Curtis Jones should have been in the English squad. Better than me now. Who's that? Curtis Jones?
We Cole Palmer. Hey, no way.
Me now.
Curtis Jones. We Cole Palmer's the baby.
Do you think you can win the league? Nunes looked good when he came on. Don't forget you got Chiesa to come back into it. Diaz, that's as flat as you're going to be. Because you got Alisson out, Diaz out, McAllister out, Nunes out.
Nunes is shit.
And I thought Robertson coped with being getting absolutely terrorised.
Do you know who I was impressed with? My voice is going to have self-yesterday. My voice is, I can come out good and speak yesterday.
Why?
I was fucking screaming. I have a Chelsea fans right there, don't I, in front of me. So what did we fucking getting it? But Trent's defensive duties yesterday was unbelievable. Sancho got the hook at half time because Trent pocketed him. But then brought Neto on, he'd done well, and then Trent's legs went a bit, and Neto just, not because he's fucking quick, and 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 he's fucking
from Brighton and Rochdale when I was at Fleetwood, so and he had the rick in him there.
Yeah.
I seen he was number 2 for Spain at the weekend.
Yeah. If you look at it,
keepers out.
What keepers haven't got? If you look at the top keepers now, say take away Alisson, I'd say even Ederson is not like, you see something Ederson does and you think, fucking hell.
Well, this Raya was goalie of the year last year, weren't he, David Raya?
How Alisson didn't...
I've put him in my fancy footy team, he's been fucking shit.
Alisson didn't get in the top 10 keepers in the world last year, and I done my head, I just can't get my head around that.
Oh, Alisson's in the top 10 keepers.
Oh, by a country mile, he's in the top. He's the best in the Premier League for me, Alisson. He's best. He is. He hasn't got nothing wrong in his game. The only thing I would say is he hasn't got that long kick that Ederson's got to launch the counter. He hasn't got an Ederson or a Pickford kick. He hasn't got that. But Pickford misuses his kick a lot.
I know for the way City play, Ederson's the best keeper for them. But for the way Liverpool are playing, definitely under slot it more so. Alisson's the best keeper. If you ask me which keeper, yeah, but this is the problem. This is the problem when the first port of call with a keeper is, can he play?
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's changed.
Can he sweep?
Yeah, it's changed for a lot. Like
it's gone from, can he actually keep the fucking ball out the net? It's like when you look at Pickford for Everton. He's the best goalie Everton could hope for, but he never feels comfortable with him.
He's got a brain fart every game, hasn't he?
Well, he's just one of those.
Put that out. Don't think it's on. No, on Joe's on Twitter.
Oh, posted?
Yeah, it's not.
What do you want to do?
Just tweet out the stream for us.
How do we do that?
Have you done?
Yeah.
Yeah, Pickford is the best Everton get, and you know if you lose him, it's a blow for Everton. But you got bombed for England. But I agree with it because he's just fucking. You know, if you're a centre half and you
who's the best English goalie?
Pope.
Goalkeeper, actual keeper of the goal.
Pope.
So if you were England manager, you're Thomas Tuchel.
We haven't got a trophy.
What do we think about Thomas Tuchel? Actually, we haven't fucking spoken about that.
Flying fuck.
Best available? Yeah. I'm the best available. I'm like, why not the best available?
Yeah.
I'm in that.
If you can have players playing for other countries who've never even been in that country, why can't have managers do the same?
Josh. The only thing I would say is the English badge is that expensive, isn't it? Isn't the English badge like?
Oh yeah, it's 10 times more expensive in Spain or something.
11,000 or 14,000.
And Spain's like $1,000 or something.
So why can we not
lower the price?
Well, we need to, is the FA not making enough money?
And also, you know this more than anyone, how hard it is to get on that course as well.
You have to be invited.
Exactly. So
that's not your B&A.
Still gone. So whereas like the Irish, you know, that's why everyone goes and does the badges there, because you've got to be invited. So they're making it like a closed shop when they haven't. God, that's like a bit like you taking a piss. Your only coaches are shite.
It's not
and you're making your coaching courses a closed shop.
You can't coach at a certain level unless you've got them. So it's not only, well, you can't have a job.
I know, but
unless you've got them.
I know, but my point is, England have made their coaching courses as if they got the best coach. Oh no, it's invite only. You know, we're that good. This are what we do here. You can't come on it. You've got to be invited. When no, they're fucking shite. Who's the top 3 English coaches? Eddie Howe. He's in the top 3. He is.
Dyche.
Who's the top 3 English coaches?
You'd have to say Dyche.
Oh, you can't say Sean Dyche.
It's not about managers or coaches here.
I'm talking about managers. Okay, if you was going to pick an English manager to manage England, who would be your top 3? Graham Potter.
You have to put Howe and Dyche in that combo.
But see, that's how bad it is.
Yeah, but you have to put them in it.
That's what I'm saying. If you just said Sean Dyche is in the top 3 best English managers,
well,
and
name 3 better.
And then I'm saying that's my point. Our coaching courses is a closed shop. You got to be invited. It's like an exclusive thing.
Or maybe we are just retarded when it comes to management. Maybe we are not capable of managing.
I just think.
Who's our best managers of all time?
Like a lot of English people.
Bobby Robson.
You've got delusions of grandeur.
I'm saying who?
Best English manager is Bob Paisley.
Bob Paisley, who they never ever thought was going to be a manager.
He was a physio.
He had a peculiar way about him, shall we say? But he has the most success.
Yeah, he was 6 years, 3 European Cups, 4 leagues.
You have to accept the Scottish with Fergie and Jock Stein have probably been better managers than the fucking English.
Just, yeah.
Davy Moyes. David
Mm.
Moyes. Steve Clark. Good job.
Listen, what's the name? Toshak? Welsh?
I thought you were saying he was Scottish there.
No, Toshak Welsh.
Gordon Strachan done all right, didn't he?
No, I mean, like, Toshak's gone to fucking...
Who are the best managers in the world, then? Which nationality produced the best managers? The Italians?
It's got to be Italy, yeah.
I'd say...
Ancelotti and Mo?
I'd say it's the Italians based purely on numbers.
Trophy delivered.
Yeah, but when it comes to world wars, you don't want to be in with the Italians.
Yeah, because they're not fucking soft, are they? Get the fuck. I'm not going to go and fight them cunts for you over there.
The only country with reverse gears on the tanks.
But and I'd be in the backseat with them, saying, I'm not fighting them for you.
So again, but this is the thing about it, like, yeah, they are cool motherfuckers. But also, you wouldn't want to beat them, would you? So listen, what is our problem? Why can we not get, like, look at our top players from yesteryear. Your Rios, all right, Rio, Gerrard, Lampard, Rooney, all of them. Like, none of them are tracking.
No,
Gary O'Neill's managing in the Premier League. Sean Dyche, Eddie Howe. Who else English managers in the Prem? That's the only 3, isn't it?
Yeah, Sean Dyche, Eddie Howe, Gary O'Neill.
So surely they're our best coaches.
No, Ipswich.
Kieran McKenna's from Northern Ireland, lad.
Oh, is he? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the United Kingdom. Yeah, it's Northern Irish.
Well, it's nearly.
Yeah, it's not.
No, I thought Kieran McKenna was English.
Don't want to get stars on that, but
How do you think?
completely different discussion for a different day.
How do you think
podcast.
Carsley's done in his?
Carsley should never been in the job.
No, I
You know
think.
why? Because Carsley played for the Republic of Ireland. So unfortunately, when you play for the Republic of Ireland, you can't manage England.
That's worse than a German manager in England, to be fair.
Jack Charlton done all right though, managing Ireland.
Going the other way, you can go the other way if they accept it. If the parties accept it, not go the other way, no problem at all. You can't play for the Republic of Ireland and then manage England. Not after what's happened in the Republic of Ireland.
No, I agree with that one. I think
You
an
can't.
Irish manager coming to England's worse than a German
and
manager.
sung the Irish national anthem, you can't manage England.
Okay.
Right? If you've been an Englishman who's played for England and then end up managing Ireland because, unfortunately,
We're all
England
out.
are a little bit above Ireland in terms of football and
We're all half
success,
Irish anyway.
then that's different. It's different if Andy Farrell, who's managed Ireland rugby team, goes from England. It's completely different, I think, if it goes the other way.
I agree with
Because
that one.
we are a nation that has got a lot of history in Ireland.
Yeah.
Not great history
Wrong.
in Ireland.
We're on the
As
wrong
people
side
from
of
Liverpool
history.
know.
On the wrong side of history.
We're a bit Manchester, the northwest, particularly Liverpool, is a bit freaky.
I do my
in
thing,
terms
yo.
of
I've just
history
done I done my
with the
DNA
Irish.
test. I'm 89% Irish.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm 0% English. So 89% Irish. I was like 5% Scottish, 4% Welsh or something silly, 0% English.
4% Welsh.
Yeah.
So does that
had-
lessen?
I've had
so
a
does
few
that
sheep in
lessen
me.
your support for the? You've never
No,
been
I just
an
think
England fan,
I just
really,
think
have
I'm
you?
the.
Lads, we
More
forgot
of
an
a
English
Liverpool
coach
fan.
there, Steve Cooper.
Oh yeah, Steve
We
Cooper.
can't claim him. He's that ugly. Even his man ain't claiming him in the incubator. No one's claiming him. Everyone's saying, "Whose son's this?" You're going. Fucking
Put
not
him back
mine.
in.
Fucking not mine.
No, you
because
wanna
he
do-
is it.
you wanna
the
do
ugly,
it?
the
So out of-
ugly branch of every ugly tree on planet ugly.
So out of them four.
Another fella who failed up.
And
How would you rank them in the top four?
I know, but
Out of the
that,
four
I
English
don't mind
coaches in
Cooper,
the
to be
Premier
fair.
League.
But that's-
I don't
that's
think
me
he's
whole-
I don't think he's a manager. I think he's a coach.
but that's my whole point.
Wasn't he?
is-
He was
I
a
think
number two,
Dyche,
wasn't he?
Dyche is the only manager for me.
But
Dyche is a manager.
Everton only wants them out last week, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I can see that.
So
that.
but that's what I'm saying. He's
limited as a manager,
he's in the
but
top.
he's a manager.
But he,
Eddie Howe is... I can't have Eddie Howe, and the reason I can't have Eddie Howe is this fucking tit Tyndall on the sideline next to him.
yeah, he just stands out of his arse, doesn't he?
Eddie's a good coach. I can't understand...
What Eddie's done is his
this
CV's
fella's
great.
dyeing his hair, Tyndall, dyeing his hair, arguing with everybody, including the fourth official, and wearing like a designer Newcastle streetwear tracksuit on the sideline. Like, it's fucking bizarre.
What's this all about here, Joe? This graph, this shot quality and conversion. Like,
So this is the XG.
Please tell me
so
how that works.
50 Shades of Grey firm here who have actually heard about XG and had it explained to them, but have never actually put it into purposeful practice because they've not coached a fucking day in their lives. Are talking about it's based on a shot location. So basically the boffins and the nerds and the data people, the Moneyball, Billy Beans, who've come into footy now with the billionaires and the NFL franchise
I'll
owners
tell you
and the
about this in a
NBA
minute.
franchise
Go on.
owners. Every single position on the football pitch has an allotted scoring area based on its proximity to the goal. All right?
The pomo.
And to the pomo, to the goal. And also, it depends on, and the results vary based on how many people are in a direct line between the goal and from the location where the shot's taken. So basically, they've tried to make football a mathematical problem. Now, that works, but it only works up until a certain extent, and it only works up until a certain extent of the emotion of football being the most random game on the planet, why people love it, and this is the problem we're swimming into. Fucking boffins trying to moneyball football, which they can't because it's not a series of set plays unless they get the fucking way with VAR and they make it this sterile refereed from fucking Stockley Park with no actual human in the stadium, which is what they're trying to
It's
make.
a good book and you should read it. I just read it, finished it. Ian Graham's book, his name's, he was the fella who was behind Liverpool's stats for the last 10 years. Okay, so he just brought a book out and he says XG, he's the stats guy, he's full stat. He said XG is a load of shit. He said, it never used to be called XG in the 90s, it was called something else. He said, and the reason why it is nonsense is because it doesn't put other factors into it. He said, you're saying, without names, you put a player in that position and his expected goal is this. He He said, so without other factors coming in like proximity of defenders, who's shooting, who's in all kinds of stuff, who's in goal. He said, you're just giving a number to you're just giving a number to. I said,
condition.
Yeah, there's all kinds of things. But he had a good one. This was a good one.
Whether his bird's been on his case that week.
Yeah. Or his bird's been getting smashed by his fella's best mate.
A couple of good comments in the... couple of good mentions in the comments about young coaches in the Championship getting a mention.
Yeah, see, this
Steven
is what...
Schumacher,
Michael
Carrick. Would it be too big of a gap to go from the Championship to the England job?
Yeah.
Miles. No.
I think
for someone to say like Carrick, who's
the England job should be the end of your career, which is interesting why Tuchel's taking it, because he's been chased out of Bayern. He failed because that's why he lost his job at Chelsea. Because as a manager, you fail when you lose your job. You either fail because you're not meeting owners' expectations, or whatever it is, you fail because your job's to keep your job. If you lose it, you fail. Uli Hoeneß come out last week and said it was like the most derogatory things about Thomas Tuchel you can ever imagine. From what I know about him, I don't know. Like the jury's massively out on him. I'm just like, okay, we've thought outside the box. We've gone for the best available, which is refreshing. I don't see why you should handcuff yourself. Even though if you can only have players from a certain country, you should only have a coach. It should be the pinnacle of your coaching structure to have an English coach if you're England.
Yeah.
But as we've just mentioned there...
But the FA is not interested in that. The FA is interested in box ticking and box licking, clearly, as that fella said the other day, and filling its coffers to repay all the prawn sarnies and that all those white fucking stale old fellas are trying to protect. The FA only want a yes man, hence the fact that we've had 8 years of Southgate.
I don't think they've got a yes man in Tuchel, mate. I don't think he's a yes man.
No, they haven't now.
Oh, I'm going to say, yeah, it's not
but
now.
But they've gone away from it because they've gone, right, we need to win. We've got a squad capable of winning here. We need to kind of win. But also the problem you've got is you've brought a highly volatile German into the equation. Now,
I just can't wait for the national anthem, mate.
He's going to play 3-2-5 because that's what he's got to play. That's a bedrock of his formation. I think it's a formation. When I watch his work at Bayern Munich, I think it's a formation. You innovate in football, and then all of a sudden you get, when you come to the Premier League, your innovation either keeps getting better like Guardiola's has, or everyone catches up with you, which is what happens to your Brendan Rodgers. He goes to Celtic, innovates, copies, chameleon, comes down here, and people wear it out dead quick. Kieran McKenna's running into it now. Really good coach in the Championship, really, but he's been bastardising a few ideas because we're all in football. We're all robbing each other's ideas when there's only so many permutations of 11
players you've got as well.
You can use.
Your players at your disposal as well.
And again, everyone's using it differently. But you watch Liverpool and Chelsea yesterday, both playing 4-4-2 without the ball, both not full court pressing anymore. Football's very fashionable. Once you're like me and Anorak at football, it's like watching a catwalk runway and you go, flares are back in fashion, or lilacs in back in fashion. It's just, this is what they're doing. But your data, you're tracking that data on results, because ultimately everyone needs to get results. Like, doesn't matter what formation you're playing. If you don't win for fucking 6 games in the Premier, you're losing your job.
I know, but it's right. Matthew just said 2 years ago. He said 2 years ago, you're going to get Liverpool versus Chelsea at Anfield, both playing 4-4-2.
No, that's without the ball.
I know, but
this is what people miss with football. The shape's always in motion. It's all relative to the ball. Football is about, they've got the ball, fucking get it back off them.
But we were 4-2-4 or 4-4-2. That's what Liverpool played, Gisty.
Yeah.
That's what we played. So I mean, we didn't go with the 4-3-3, the old like whatever we used to play like 18 months ago. It's now evolved. They said there's fashions come in, and both Chelsea and Liverpool.
Yeah, but what was your starting formation? If Sky put the formation up yesterday, what formation Liverpool playing?
You can't.
4-2-3-1. 4-3-3. Whatever
you'd say the 4-2-3-1 was starting, but during game it was 4-4-2 or 4-2-4.
Well, again, but Pep was doing that. Pep been doing that for 6 months. So
that's what I'm saying. You're saying it's fashionable.
This is the thing about
no one was doing it 18 months ago, though.
Missing, right? Not only he's the most innovative coach out there. He's got the best players. He's got as big a salary as anyone to spend, and he's innovating at the same time. The man has changed the game in this country.
Yeah,
now,
he has, yeah.
A different discussion is whether Bernardo Silva's goal should have fucking counted yesterday. The more I watch it, the more I think he's definitely interfering with play. He is definitely he's offside to begin with, and he's interfering with play.
He's not offside.
Stones, how do you mean?
He's not offside. Yeah.
From the corner, no, he can't be. He can't be
he's
offside.
not offside.
From the
So
corner.
as soon as Stones heads that ball, he's out the way. He's got his knee on the floor. He's out the way.
But has he interfered with the keeper?
Of course he has, but everyone does every game. So all he's done is stand.
I want the goal to count.
All he's done.
I'd rather City
I'm a
win the
Liverpool
league.
fan. I'd rather that not stand. But all Silva's done is stand his ground. That's all he's done. I mean, he's not offside. He can't be offside. As soon as the ball comes in and Stones makes contact, he's away from the keeper and he's out the way. So if you're going to give it for the offside, if you're going to give it an interfered with play, you've got to do it 2 or 3 times a game now. You got to make a thing of it. Arsenal do that every game.
As the keeper goes to get set, he's got to push Silva away. Of
course he has.
And then he's not set. So he is technically,
But
as
is
Stones
that a
heads
foul?
He is away from
Is that a foul though?
But this is the thing, isn't it? That should be over to the referee on the day of the game. That shouldn't be a VAR decision. We shouldn't need VAR for that.
No, it is a VAR decision because that was where VAR, but they got that right. They said that wasn't offside. Look, when Stones had the ball, he's away from he's not in the line of view. So VAR got that one right. But the argument was Bernardo Silva fouling the keeper on the corner? That's the argument. And I think
isn't that the ref decision?
It is, but it was offside. That's why it got overturned. So the goal was given. The goal was given as offside in real time. VAR overturned it and gave the goal.
Oh, I didn't. I thought he gave the goal and then VAR just checked it like it does every goal.
No, VAR overruled. The on-field decision was no goal. VAR have come in and said no, that wasn't offside. So have a look at it again, and it wasn't. So the other argument was Bernardo Silva.
No, I don't agree with you there because Gary O'Neill and that chased the fourth official down touchline.
I promise you, if you look at it,
no, he didn't. He gave the goal.
Yeah,
Gary O'Neill and the coaching staff go back to the bench and then chase the official down the touchline to make sure VAR check it.
No, I'll show you now. Watch, I'll show you.
I was watching a game live.
I know, yeah, but there was
the
confusion.
Ref gave a goal. And then the players started complaining. Gary O'Neill and his technical staff ran down the touchline, complained to the fourth official who said, listen, we're checking it.
Yeah. To clear some confusion from the TV coverage, John Stones' goal was disallowed offside on the field. The VAR review was to overturn that and allow the goal. The referee has to make the decision at the monitor as it's a subjective call because was he in front of him or not? When you look at it, he's not. So the goal was given as offside on call.
See, but again, I didn't see that because John Stones ran away, was giving it all this, and I didn't see the ref go offside. It's not a goal.
Well, that's what's that.
Did anyone watch a game? Am I imagining things there? Or
no, well, that's what's
did you watch a game live?
I've seen the replay of it.
So I was watching the game live. John Stones scores the goal, right? Runs off to the crowd. The refs give the goal. The ref didn't go, hang on a minute, that's offside. Stones is in the crowd going like this.
But then the linesman must have said it's offside.
The Wolves technical staff run down the touchline and say, hang on a minute, you need to go and check that. Then he comes to the side, checks it, and then they give the goal.
Right, I'm just saying what's been...
Name the player.
Fucking hell.
Pineapple on his head.
Oh, you can't say
no,
that.
You can't say that no more.
Can't say that to him. He's lost his mind over that.
Jason Lee.
He tried to sue. I think he not try to sue Badil and Skinner after that.
He did, yeah. Because Buddy Bird, he come out fully blasted on that, didn't he?
I think he got on a few commissions. I think he got on a few. No, he's full blown conquer. I think they're a full blown conquer.
We played when we were playing at Vauxhalls. Me and Tags. He was playing for Boston United at the time, and then before the game, our gaffer said, whatever anyone like Carl McCauley from Talk Stuff, he's like mixed race, whatever anyone does, do not call him Pineapple Head. He goes off his fucking cake and all that, and he's massive. He must be about 6'5".
Oh, he's a big boy, yeah.
So we're standing on a corner, and me and Tags are marking him and the centre half, and we're like, can't name any names, but all we heard come out of the...
What do you want?
I thought you wanted something. You want sweet.
On them one?
You just heard someone with Pineapple Head. He turns on, what? He turns on, just sees me and Tag. I don't think it was Tag who said it, just goes straight for Tags. Fucking have a big melee in the penalty area.
Why would they bother you?
It's some things bother some people.
He's meant to be a bit of a mad cat, I believe. I know a couple of lads who played with him at Boston. He was like, you'd like sit next to him on the coach. He'd go, stop breathing my air, man. Stop breathing my air. Give me my space.
Yeah. Bellend then.
Yeah. Bellend, yeah.
Bellend.
Oh yeah, you get Bellend.
Stop breathing my air.
Stop breathing my air.
See what you reckon. I reckon first goal tonight. What you reckon?
I've heard he's the right countries on a few FA committees.
Yeah.
He's on a few FA committees, yeah.
I've just seen his stats there, getting presented with a plaque like a club legend, 95 games, fucking 14 goals.
95 games, 14
What's
goals.
all that about?
He was fucking shit, weren't he?
Surely your
big
record's
donut.
better than that, lad. You've got more than 14.
Yeah.
Chat about YouTube about your bets.
Someone moved them. Who's moved them?
Move what? Your bets?
I had two bets here.
No, you took them
You
before.
took me bets there, you little ferret. Yeah,
You roll them up.
there,
Thinking
man.
you were empty sweet.
What? Lad, they're coming in tonight.
No, just roll them up into like little balls of beer.
About to launch them. Me bet tonight. No, it hasn't thrown them in the bin. Elliot Anderson. Anytime goal scorer at 15-2. I've got a 10 spot riding on that.
What's he like for the foul, by the way?
He's a fucking good player. This is a good game. I think there'll be goals in this game. I think this is over 2.5 goals. And I've got over 2.5 goals in Hellas Verona against Monza, doubled up with over 2.5 goals in this game because Berlusconi currently owns the AC Milan crew have got Monza, haven't they? So Alessandro Nesta is the manager and they've done all right. That'll be a good open game, that at Verona. And I've got Elliot Anderson to have one or more shots on target. Now, I don't know how these fucking betting things work, but I obviously see people on the internet kicking off saying someone's had a shot on target and hasn't. I've seen someone have
Any questions, Noah, on YouTube?
Yeah, I'm just
sorry,
looking through here.
I fancy Forest 3-1 here. I'd go Forest 3-1 who was having a bet. Hopefully Elliot Anderson gets a goal.
I reckon Chris Woods has got to be first
But
goal.
I think Forest are
this
a
up a
good
bit,
side.
lad. No, but I had the game up here.
This Milinkovic and Morello have been good for Forest at the back.
The fans are booing the Premier League anthem, the cheeky bastards.
Forest?
Forest fans, they only got fined a mil.
Can you tell the chat that we're going to be behind?
Yeah, no grassing.
Yeah, don't be grassing up. We're a little bit behind on the things.
Yeah, so people in the chat, we'll put our scoreboard up. So if you want to pause or alter your game so that you're in sync with us, just to stop anyone fucking.
So
Any
he's persistent with
spoilers?
this 3-4-3, isn't he? Glasner is his name,
Yeah.
and I think he's him and Russell Martin for me have to be Ten Hag maybe as well. The favourites for the Tintach.
Oh, no. Gary O'Neill.
I think Gary O'Neill's got a couple more weeks in him based on his credit from last year.
He's got Palace next week,
The West
hasn't
Ham
he?
managers, Lopetaghi's got to be floating. Or he's got to be floating.
I think he's got to... I think the weekend didn't do Gary O'Neill any harm.
They were unlucky.
They were unlucky. I just think
it
but
was a
they've
good
got Palace
performance,
next week, haven't they? Well, I think if they go there, and do you know
But
what?
don't forget, Wolves aren't as trigger happy as what I think a few others will be
I just seen something. And do you know the way he was complaining, Gary O'Neill, wasn't he, about the decisions going?
against them. Yeah,
And-
they've had some shit decisions.
Oh
to be
no,
fair to him.
yeah, all time, 5 season VAR overturn score. Okay, Brighton at top. They've had the most overturns in favour of them. It's +9. Wolves are bottom at -20.
That's 20 goals.
Wow.
Just
But it could be red cards. But and the one above them is West Ham -7. So they have been hard done by massively there. Massively.
We wanted a
I think
honourable mention
he's,
here, no women commentator tonight.
Oh yeah, I've got to say it,
Thankfully.
lads. This is one. The pendulum swinging back. I was taking Al Lewis to match history, and when that woman was waffling on nonsense on TalkSport, she was doing me head in. Al Lewis said, "Oh yeah, on FIFA this year, Dad, you can now turn off Alex
Yeah,
Scott."
found that out.
I was like, "What?"
Found it out, yeah.
He went, "You can turn it off. You can turn it." And she went, "Because she's annoying." so you can turn it.
Just specifically Alex Scott?
Just
or?
the commentator, you can switch them now.
Oh, you can turn it off. You can turn Sue Smith off. You can turn them off.
Yeah, you can turn them off and bring. So he said
You
it's.
can go all male female.
Yeah?
I didn't know that. I was complaining, having had to go on the new FIFA, and someone went, "Stop fucking moaning. You can just turn it off." I was like, "Oh, can you?" And they did. I was like, "Thank fuck for that."
Yeah.
Like, Sue Smith, I was like,
Oh, there was
Can't
someone
escape
else, Clive Tilsley or someone. He was saying he
"Can't escape this." So
can put on.
if Palace,
Here we go, we're off and
Palace have
running.
had a decent outlay, like Negetar's a good outlay. Well, they must have paid 30 for him.
Who?
Eddie Negetar. What's his name? Negetar. What do you call him? Nketiah.
Nketiah, yeah.
Lad, he hasn't played enough games for me to know his name. If he fucking gets enough starts or scores enough goals, I'll soon go, "That's his name," because the commentator keeps shouting it.
Eddie Neck Chief. No, he's a good player.
He's coming off again.
He's a good player. He just needs a good run of games.
Yeah.
But he's starting to murder that Mateta, who's a nuisance.
No, I think Mateta got injured, didn't he?
He's an handful though.
Mateta's an handful, yeah. I mean, he's a bit Beto-ish for Everton. Mateta for me.
And Wharton and Lerma are a steady away. I know the boy Will Hughes, not a bad technician.
Do you know? I was really impressed with centre mid yesterday, and as obviously I'm not seeing a lot of them being injured loads. He's a top player. Lavia for Chelsea.
Lavia.
Wow.
Didn't you try and buy him, Liverpool?
Yeah, we nearly got him for like 70 million. He went to Chelsea, but he's a top player.
70 million?
Yeah, something like that. Chelsea got him for
Somewhere?
70.
I was Saicedo, the £100 million man.
Come through City's academy now.
Him and Gravenberch.
Lavia did he? Yeah. Another one.
We had him for a year, Southampton.
He's a player though.
City's academy has got to be
Caicedo
the last period. I'm City Academy alumni. We've produced more players than anyone. Foden, Palmer.
Yeah. The left back for Southampton.
Tosin, who played for Chelsea yesterday, centre half, was City's academy.
The left back for Southampton. What's his name? He was ex-City.
Oh yeah. You got the boy. The other boy. No, not he. He was ex-QPR. You got the other boy. Is it Shea Charles? Who's playing at Southampton as well? He's City's academy. Cole Palmer. Other one.
Well, they've been known for doing it for the past 20 years, 15 years of getting like any kids.
Like Phillips, Sturridge, all them.
Not even any kids like Scouse kids now. It always used to be Liverpool or Everton. Now it's Liverpool, Everton or City. They're playing at like my little nephew's at like he's at City now and at Liverpool and at City and then back to Everton. So it's City are always in the equation with the Scouse kids now, always.
We've got a couple of Palace fans in the chat room. We've got a lad called Charlie who's mentioned the player who used to play with Jordan Ayew. He said they're really missing him this year.
Do you know what? He was
scored the weekend, didn't he, for Leicester? Scored the winner.
He'll score goals, Jordan. He's matured a little bit as a player. He's definitely got a little bit better. He was a little bit say this as nicely as I can. He was a bit of a big baby when he was at Marseille. He was a squad player rather than a starter. Obviously, his brother Andre was a starter, and his dad, Abidi Pele, had been a major player for Marseille. But every time he come on, he was a goal threat. He'd always one of them strikers who he could play anywhere in the front three, probably better through the middle, be better in a two, someone doing the dirty work for him. But had that habit of being in and around the box and the ball falling to him, like he had a good habit for a striker, which is the fucking ball usually lands somewhere near him. He scored a couple of good goals for us, important goals for us, coming on a sub or in the games he started. But I think for the Premier League side, to have him in your squad, he'll sniff a goal out, he'll get a goal for you, like. And I think he's accepted his role now as a kind of finisher rather than a starter.
Wouldn't he be good for Everton? It's a mad one now.
Do you know, Everton could do with, I mean, I don't mind. I can't have Beto, he's just shit.
It's saying off the bench, Everton have got no threat.
Beto tries his bollocks off, but he's just not good enough. Yeah. And we've paid a lot of money for him. I didn't mind the boy Chimetti that we took Everton, but I haven't seen much of him. Hasn't been anywhere near it.
I think they're both miles off Premier League.
So if they're there though, they're taking someone else's place from. Like, we've got the young kid. Is it Tom Cannon out on loan?
There he is.
So I'm like, if Beto's shit, if Beto's shit, you might as well get him off the bench and give Tom Cannon the reps.
Yeah.
Like, because he's just in the way. He's never going to be good enough. If he's not good enough now, he's never going to be good enough.
We sold Ellis Sims, who
I didn't mind him, but he hasn't kicked on, has he?
He scored in he's a good championship striker.
I didn't mind Sims, but he hasn't you haven't gone fucking hell. He scored 25 there.
He did. How many goals scored last season?
I don't know if it was 25.
Coventry bottom of the league or second, bottom or third, bottom.
He's still good this season, but he had a good year last year.
Yeah, I don't know this season. Last season.
Coventry?
Coventry, yeah.
Coventry at bottom half, bottom 4 of the champ, bottom 5 of the champ.
Last year, I'm thinking at what was
Brozier. Everyone got Brozier.
Brozier's just staying fit, lad. Can't stay fit.
How can you sign a player who
at 17, 18, 17?
They're all in the casino, but just fucking hoovering up other people's shites to manage budgets and PRP or whatever. What is it? That PRP?
PSP.
PSR.
But thing you always saying, right?
What is it called?
PSR, yeah.
But Raheem Sterling was saying that Brozier was one of the best players at Chelsea training.
But he can't stay fit, so you know, good eye if you build a fucking
paper mache.
Sticks.
Yeah, about
playing Premier League football. You seen yesterday at Anfield, it starters and finishers now. You get 5 subs. It's a 16-man fucking game. Everyone only made 1 subs fucking again. That's dicey. It's behind the times. Should have starters and finishers, so you can play as hard as you need to play.
It was
and
mad
run as hard as you need to play.
Wait, once Chelsea scored.
Him and Saicedo were good yellow card bets. This Lema, he's a walking yellow.
Chelsea scored dead early on yesterday in the second half. As soon as they scored, their manager starts up was like, right, meant to make 3 subs straight away. He scored at the 48th minute or something.
He's got too many players.
By the 52nd minute, he made another 3 subs.
He's got too many players.
I was just like, I found that, and he took Sancho off.
You have a brain cell. You have a brain cell. You play footy, 45 minutes, you get your wind, don't you? Second half, get in half time. 15 or 20 after that, you can see who's flagging, who's not. Yeah. Some people get a second win, some people don't. Some people playing well, some people aren't. That's when you make your subs. Don't make your subs. You make your subs at half time if you got your team selection wrong. Or before half time.
He pulled the players about 48 minutes.
He's got too many players, and he's going, I need to get some minutes in players here because they've been away on international duty. Instead of just saying,
I want to win
this game.
Yeah. That's what I thought yesterday.
He's trying to keep the squad happy and he's playing the longevity. No, we're just winning the game.
The time he did make changes when we were 2-0 up, we fucking lost. Bournemouth come back and won 3-2.
Well, again, so he doubles down then into your superstition. That's why he's not wearing a suit at the minute, because they had some good results last year. And I'm going, no. Dicey's been a suit manager his whole life. Doesn't look right in Sachi Bottoms. When I'm looking at the manager in Sachi Bottoms, I'm going, because I see the Tyndall.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, this is like, what's going on? Why is Eddie now not sitting to him? Hey, Jason, sit down, lad.
Yeah. Because he's scared of him.
What does he actually do?
Just like deaf, and he
just comes over on his shoulder.
I think it's a double act. It must be a fucking Ant and Deck, a Hale and Pace. It must, whatever it is, a fucking Morecambe and Wise, a fucking Tuchel Brothers.
He's been with him
so
since
it makes
day
me
dot,
think less of the manager. It genuinely make me think less of the manager.
He has been with him since day dot.
Because I would go, hey, have a little go. Yeah, your staff have a go. Hey, do us a favour, sit down. Yeah, he's standing there.
You do wonder, did he
like... It's not only he's standing there, and his hair's dyed. He's dyeing his hair, which makes me suspect you as a man anyway. If you dye your hair as a man,
sure he's on the
I'm like, I don't think I can take you serious. If you're dyeing your hair to look younger or look cooler, and getting Botox and all that, and turkey teeth and all that, I'm struggling to take you serious. I am struggling to take you serious.
What's the matter with teeth?
No, I'm just saying I'm struggling to take you serious. You can't expect me to take you serious.
Alright, but if you got to get your lashes done, you get them done.
No, it just means you fucking disrespected the original teeth that the gods give you in the first place. Just brush your teeth, comb your hair, wash your hair.
What does it show in your confidence in yourself as a manager if you're getting Botox and
look at that? Did you see Arteta's boat race start the season?
No, I can't get involved.
Oh lad, I've got to show you.
Arteta can't be getting Botox.
Wait till you see this.
Definitely got the cherry blossom in, and the old Lego head, because it's never out of shape, is it?
Have you seen the Kipper Beckham's kite?
Ruined himself, hasn't he? He sold his soul to the devil a long time ago, Sir David.
Do you reckon he's having any sleepless nights over there? Diddy gate?
Oh yeah, the Diddy parties. Yeah, embarrassing, isn't it? You just look a cunt after a certain point. You look a cunt, don't you?
That can't be real.
It's real. At
a certain point, you look a cunt as a man if you're dying in there.
I'll show you.
You have to show the cameras.
So, got a comment here in the chat room. Kid Brendan saying, literally just curious here. How can you wish Mason Greenwood look at Marseille when you've got a daughter?
Really easily. Because he hasn't been convicted of doing anything. Right? He's got kids to the girl that was on the voice recording with him. So if she's forgiven him and moved on, then I wasn't there at the moment, so I'm not judge, jury and executioner. She knows what went on because them two were in a room or them two were on the end of the phone to each other. They've moved past it. It's none of our fucking business. And at the same point, they're all sitting here pontificating about it. And then Rio was on last week with Ronaldo on his podcast wanking over him. They're all wanking over Cristiano Ronaldo. Billion YouTube followers quicker than everybody, who can't go anywhere near the United States because of the allegations against them and whatever is meant to go on.
That's my issue with it.
So I'm going, well, hang on a minute, you self-righteous cunts. If you're all going to be this self-righteous and like this the thing that irks me about modern civilization, the morality police.
There's the
same cunts who have been telling everyone to get vaccinated and fucking go and get vaccinated so you don't kill anyone else. But are not talking about the horrendous side effects that it's had. It's fucking...
There's a certain
under the rug.
Certain sentiment for Arsenal.
The fella who's running the country now didn't prosecute Jimmy Savile. Think about that. Louis Theroux done a documentary with Jimmy Savile, and you knew he was a wrong un. Sir Keir Starmer was director of public prosecution and never prosecuted Jimmy Savile, Sir Jimmy Savile. The royal family gave him a knighthood. Jacinda Ardern, the Prime Minister of New Zealand, was in fucking the houses of Windsor the other day getting a damehood. At that point, I checked out. Beckham's on the other day, photo with William.
Have you seen the
London Freemasons on the helicopter behind? I'm like, what's going on here? Hugh Edwards not getting any jail.
Have you seen the picture?
What's going on here?
There's a picture. They've seen a picture.
What?
What's a damehood?
Like a knighthood.
But for women.
Oh,
but for women.
So
I'm like, people are pontificating about Mason Greenwood.
Edna Everett, you know them, yeah.
Oh, a damehood.
About Mason Greenwood, right? As far as I know, the police looked into it. No further fucking action. The voicemail, I heard it. You heard it. It didn't sound great, right?
The pictures are horrific for me.
Well, if that was my daughter,
yeah, you want to kill him?
You're going to go round and see him, sort it out, right?
Yeah.
The fact that he's still with the girl, the fact that he's got a kid with her, another one on the way, I'm hearing this weekend.
Well, the
mum and dad haven't, as far as I know, washed their hands.
As you said, we don't know the full story. All we know is...
young kids.
Yeah,
fucking young kids do mad shit. Unfortunately, now for young kids, it's all recorded on social media or on your fucking phone. When we were kids, it weren't.
But you're right what you're saying. Them pictures, what
shit.
she released, as a dad, I'd want to go and kill him.
Of course you would.
So why didn't he?
I don't know.
That's the point. That's my issue.
But he didn't.
Oh, yes, that's what...
He's still alive, isn't he? He's still alive.
Yeah, but did
He's
you
still
see,
with her.
talking to Starmer,
he's got kids.
Have you seen the picture of Keir Starmer as a kid with Jimmy Savile?
I seen that today. Is that right? Is that correct?
Well, I heard Jimmy Savile fixed it for Keir Starmer to milk a cow blind.
Allegedly. But yeah, there's something weird with the minute.
Yeah, that Keir Starmer, Jimmy Savile one, mate, that was...
But anyway...
Everyone knew what was going on.
Do you just insert different politicians' name here?
They're all the same politician with different coloured tie, aren't they? That's all they are. Same people.
It's all the same weirdness.
What did you call him the other week? That was
funny. A fella who was presenting the BBC News got found with child pornography images on his phone that he paid for and got a bender. He got a suspended sentence.
Yeah, I know.
And people who've shouted obscenities have got fucking 2 and 3 years jail. A fella who was praying outside an abortion clinic got a criminal conviction the other day. You've got to check out at this point and say the lunatics are officially running the asylum.
Well, it is.
If COVID wasn't enough for you to realise, you know, when you watch, like I'm a history buff, so when you watch stuff about the Eastern Bloc after the fall of the Second World War and where the power structures fall, and you watch East Germany and you see the movies and the stories about the Stasi, and you, like, is it the Lives of Others, the movie, and you think, fucking hell, what a mad fucking society that must have been. Fast forward to COVID. Cambo's had 2 walks a day. I'm not sure he deserves these walks.
It does. It sounds fucking
That's
nuts.
what you were living amongst.
I know. It's outrageous, isn't it?
And now they've all conveniently forgot all the fucking draconian measures they were taking. Keir Starmer was going to lock you down harder than the fucking Tories did. Yeah. So the left in this country now is no longer for freedom of speech.
It's not just that. We've got a big thing coming up. The budget at the end of this month. He's going to do his Liz Truss moment.
33, between 33 and 37, 38 billion went on track and trace, right? Who wasted that? Can we have them in Trafalgar Square, please, for a severe bout of the cane?
I can beat you with that one. Yeah.
Please. Excuse me, who spent that money? Because you're going to get 50 lashes for that.
50, that's at all.
Right.
You see that one? 66 billion was spent on an imaginary railroad from Birmingham to Manchester. 66 billion. The country.
Yeah,
he's both foots. Just like
Geordie
gliding.
Maradona, lad.
Just gliding past him.
No, what he's got a unique skill of when it gets tight and dangerous like this, slows down.
Yeah, there we go again, look.
There's me shot on target, though. Lad, there's me shot on target.
Them feet were lovely, by the way.
I've been telling him, get in the box. Lad, he's got a ridiculous quality, right? The quality is, he fucking slows down in the box when everyone else speeds up. It's very rare you see kids with this skill. Watch him here. Most people, like, even Hudson-Odoi, who's highly rated. Look at this cunt, lad. He's chop suey. Is
Oh,
that on
that
target?
went on target.
They'll rob me. They won't
Yeah,
give me
that
one.
went on target.
One shot or more.
Yeah.
But the main thing is, after 15 minutes, he's in the ascendancy. He's capable.
He's had there played the month twice, hasn't
He's capable of 15, 18, 20 goals from midfield. He's that good.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's good.
Have you got any questions?
Yeah, lad, he's a proper player.
Corner, chance.
Oh, I told you
He's
would.
brave. He slows down in the box, and he can finish off both feet.
So ultimately, that question from Brendan there, what just sparked that little conversation, just as the game's going on here. He says he doesn't see it the same way, but thanks for answering my question. But
Which
now,
doesn't see it?
what a ball! Was that Anderson who crossed there?
Jordi Maradona. Jordi Maradona, lad, I'm telling
Brendan, the
you.
one who
Newcastle
asked
fucked
that-
up letting him go.
Why would you comment on my thing on Mason Greenwood if you've got a daughter? But so, all right, he doesn't see it the same way, but why is he asked? Do you know what I mean? Why is this Brendan asked?
I don't think he's asked. I just think it's a case of like everyone's got their opinion on it, and if
So,
your
so
opinion
Thomas
is-
Partey, allegedly.
allegedly,
All
yeah,
right.
that's what.
Thomas Partey, allegedly.
Well, we've seen the texts.
I haven't seen it.
oh,
Have you seen it?
I've seen the
So
text.
Thomas Partey allegedly has been involved in a bit of fucking shenanigans. I haven't heard anybody, because unfortunately, whether you like it or not, it's innocent until proven guilty in this country.
It is, but
It's not at the minute because it's trial by social media now. But the rule of law in this country, which everyone settled and agreed on, was innocent until proven guilty. You know, with jury your peers or whatever.
did you see Thingio last week?
Mason Greenwood's kind of being found guilty or something. Man United's behaviour around it's kind of make him look really guilty. But I always look at it and I go, well, he's got a kid to the girl. So has she got Stockholm syndrome? Or is her mum and dad, has her mum and dad not had the wherewithal to go, hey, you're done with him. I've just smashed his head in there, as any dad would do.
Yeah.
If my daughter was getting filled in, allegedly what's gone on here, I wouldn't need the police.
No,
Mason Greenwood
that's my
would have
point
got a
with it.
visit from myself, and it would have been dealt with on the spot. Now,
I don't know what's going on with the
the
parents.
dad looks to be back in the lives, and it looks like as a young, fucking violent, volatile relationship. Because when one partner has been with somebody from teenage years, and one of them suddenly becomes a fucking superstar at Man United, it's tough to keep the feet on the ground. The same way, if one of them gets in a fucking rock and roll band who has a couple of big hits like One Direction or whatever, the fucking mind is explodes.
But the worst is she
You look at
posted
the kid 31 there, fucking that poor lad out of One Direction.
Yeah, it's fucking
Left
horrific.
a little kid in the house with Cheryl Cole. Terrible news. He's got all the money in the world, all the foreigners and followers in the world, everything you need. Probably dripping in beds for the rest of his life just on the songs he's sung.
Yeah.
Throws himself allegedly off a fucking balcony. So
You
life's
don't-
not straightforward.
No,
like.
it's you're right. Life isn't straightforward, but
What's Mason Greenwood got to do? Chop his arm off to go? Something that shouldn't have got out. That got out.
but his missus posted all over Instagram.
But you know as well as I do, right?
It's
You have to be there. There's
Yeah, I know
context
you
to
do.
every
I know.
story.
There's two
Who
sides.
knows what's gone on? Listen, it doesn't sound great from his standpoint, but the fact that her mum and dad, most importantly for me, her mum and dad have looked over that and gone, it's okay for her to continue the relationship with him, and he's now got a kid and another kid on the way. So whatever the rest of the fucking country think, it's none of our fucking business. As a family, they've moved on from it. The police have not charged them, and for me, get on with it.
Yeah.
But the police didn't charge because she pulled out she dropped out, so that's why they didn't charge. But you said you're right. If she's pulled out and she's like gone, right, let's forget about it. What else? Has she been lying over?
Who knows what went on?
You don't know
Who
the full
knows what went
story.
on?
But still, if what was she initially as a dad? Oh, there's Neckerchief there.
That clipped the
Nketiah.
post.
I was saying Nketiah. Nketiah.
Yeah.
Nketiah.
No,
Eddie
you said Niketa.
Did that clip the
No, I
post?
didn't say
You
Nketiah.
did?
I said Nketiah.
He said Niketa.
Nketiah.
Oh,
yeah, clipped it, yeah.
Good effort, that.
Great effort, to be fair to him.
I like him.
Great
He's
effort.
lively,
yeah.
and
Yeah,
he's
he's
like...
alright. To be fair, he's done well at Mateta.
The thing is,
So he's taking him out the side, which means he's training better than him.
what killed Neckerchief for Arsenal?
He was meant to
is
sign for Marseille, but he's linked with Marseille.
they asked him, what number do you want at Arsenal? He said, give him a 14. He was like, are you sure? He went, yeah, I'll wear that shirt, no problem.
Henry.
So that killed him. He took Henry's shirt and just didn't crack on. You can't take Henry's shirt and fart. You
He
can't
reminds
do
me a
it.
bit of Ian Wright more than Henry.
Yeah, he does, yeah. He does.
Like similar kind of style, like over the shoulder,
To be fair,
strong.
he's walked into the 9-dog at Palace. You gotta admire that. You want a goal scorer who thinks like that.
You do, but I mean...
Number 9's at Palace.
I like Ezra. I like Ezra.
Bright.
I like
Neil Shipley.
What number was Mark Bright?
Andy Johnson.
Andy Johnson.
Have you seen Neil Shipley now? Looks bigger than me.
Chris Armstrong.
Shipley's put a bit of Terry on, lad. I haven't seen him for a while. I remember seeing a couple of photos of him.
Oh, lad, he's...
Canali was big when he was playing.
He looks like an earthquake or typhoon, either or.
I don't...
See, that is a Forest going to win, you know.
Good game.
I don't mind this Alanga either. I think Man U sold him to Forest now.
I don't know.
This Anthony Alanga, I don't mind him at all. I think he's got fucking searing pace, like. It's a great knock. It's a great
game.
Yeah, it's a good game.
I don't mind Forest, lad. I think Forest have been...
Chris Woods is going to score today.
Invested wisely. I think they've signed some good players, Forest.
Thoughts on Nuno?
I think he's done a great job. I thought he's done a good job at Wolves.
I know that was.
I know we got the bullets in
Hey,
the
watch
end,
this
but I thought
ball.
he's done a good job.
Did he get the bullets at Wolves or did he go to Tottenham? Did he leave?
Oh, I don't know, yeah. That's a good, I don't know whether he
Did he
got
not
the
get the
bullets or
bullet
not.
and then went to Tottenham?
I think he got...
It didn't work for him at Spurs, did it?
It just didn't
fit,
click
like,
with the... Yeah. It doesn't mean you're a bad manager. Sometimes that just happens at clubs, doesn't it?
I think Spurs are a fairly little club, aren't they?
As a little...
Oh
Yes.
my God.
Oh!
You got Wood goal.
No, said he's going to score today, though. That wasn't Wood, though, was it? Meep, meep. Why isn't he running? That's it. You've got to make that. You've got to angle the run. I hate strikers who run straight.
Good foul.
Yates, I don't mind this kid. I tried to take him at Fleetwood dead early. We'd been on loan at Scunthorpe and Forest kept him in. Martin O'Neill kept him in. And he's turned out to be a cracking player for them. Again, a little bit of a throwback, this Ryan Yates.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's ended up being skipper at Forest. He's been in the academy since a kid, but you can just see he had a real appetite for the game. And he's gone on to be a cracking player for them, although he's...
I haven't seen much of the champ this year. What?
Fucking hell, there's some sideburns on the... the
Oh
fucking
my
Hobbits who's
God.
the physio. What's going on with his fucking lamb chops, dude? Fucking Frodo Baggins,
hell.
the physio for the...
Definitely got a wages ticket.
Fucking hell. He must be getting
God.
terrorised in the dressing room with them big fucking lamb
You're
chops.
not allowed to, lad.
Yeah, you possibly can't now.
Why not?
Yeah, you can't have any fun anymore. The fucking HR fun police, won't they? You can't laugh anymore in case you upset someone's feelings.
Oh no, you'd be getting tired of it. He's got to hang on to them.
Okay, now.
How fair thing you'll be getting on Championship Leeds. I wanted to watch that grade this year because he looks a player, but I haven't seen any of them.
Archie
He's
Gray,
gone to Spurs.
He's at Spurs, yeah,
Yeah,
but
he's signed
He's
for
gone to
Spurs.
Spurs?
he's not getting a look at
Well, why is
Spurs.
they getting a look at a space?
He came on a sub the other day when they were ahead, when they were well up in the game.
He went
yeah.
where?
He's a good
Oh,
size.
no.
He's a good. Yeah,
He's a
lad,
good player.
Remember
He's
they
a-
took.
I don't know,
Took the lad who's at
seems to
Sunderland
keep
now.
it simple to me. He doesn't really
Clark.
seem much.
They took the lad out of Leeds. Was he out of
Jack
Leeds?
Clark.
Was he out of Leeds? Clark. Oh, Spurs took him, or was he Sunderland?
But think he
No,
always
he was
cracked
at
up.
Leeds.
That Leeds, they
And now
took
he's at
him,
Sunderland,
and then
yeah.
Spurs parked him up again, couldn't get a game, and then he's gone back to Sunderland.
Didn't even
He's
hear
all
that.
right.
Actually,
now
didn't
he's
even
at
hear
Ipswich.
Greg gone to
Gone to
Spurs.
Ipswich. Yeah.
That's it. I'm mad.
That's the thing, like Spurs it's kind of an in-between club.
Think he always cracked on
But
though.
it's kind
John
of-
stopped that. Brennan Johnson's
Yeah,
cracked
he's
on.
done all right, to be fair.
He's cracked on.
Yeah, he's done well, him.
Yeah, he's like 18-8 or something.
Did you see he come off social media?
Did he?
Yeah. So he was struggling and he was getting it tight and come off social media or Instagram and all that, and then scored 5 in 5. He hasn't been back on since. I think he scored 6 in 6, including Wales.
Yeah, it's poison in it. That you
It
know.
can be for young players, lad.
If
'cause
you-
Joe
if
Rogan
your mind
talks about it.
space-
Like even here with the comments, only that I've got fucking rhino skin. Like, you know, I half buzz off it, but you can see if you're a young player,
Yeah,
and
if
you're
you're having-
fragile mind or a young person, you can see how it affects you.
Nunes is the same, you know. Darwin Nunes, Liverpool. He's mentioned it before. It affects him big time.
Well, you can't quantify, can you? Because you think, like, obviously, if your portal's open for positive or negative, like I always
Not everyone's the
believed
same,
with it.
are they? Yeah.
Do you know if you're in there and when they're shining your balls and they're fucking all polishing your plums
Where's
and
this?
you're taking
I'm
it
beating
on
it.
social media when they're all fucking waxing their
Go on, Elliot.
They've got to be
and they're all polishing your tangas,
Don't
right?
forget the
And
birds
they're
in there
sitting
as well.
there going, and all the DMs and
All
the
the
birds
DMs
and
they're
all
getting
that.
off,
I can
yeah.
imagine
Yeah.
you're sitting there going, so
You're only
You're the
your
king.
balls open once the stick comes for you, because it's ruthless.
Yeah.
That social media is a ruthless place,
Yeah.
and it's always the. I seen someone put up the other day. can't remember who it was, a celebrity who put up a tweet, and it was quite a nice generic tweet, and he just got assassinated on it.
There's actually a thing, where they used to do it.
Just got assassinated, and it's just a meme. No, I'll tell you who it was. I took a picture of it. It was, the girl who got acid through over it, and she's turned out quite. She must have been something Piper is her name.
Katie
Piper.
Yeah.
She'd put a picture up, and someone was just basically saying to her, "Go and take yourself and throw yourself off a building and all that."
God.
And I'm like, as much as it's like
as much as you can blank it out, there's a line where you think. I think for
the problem is, it's like that is out of order. That is fucking out of order. But unfortunately, freedom of speech, because these troll, we have to. You can't police it. You can't police it.
I think
you can't police it.
I think there's a line between freedom of speech and hate speech. At the minute, it's far too close. It's far too the other way where you can't say anything. But there is a line where you can cross where it becomes freedom of speech to hate.
What's hate speech then?
What you just said there. Go and throw yourself off a building. I think that if it's constant like that, I think that's crossed the line.
So hang on, hear me out here a minute.
I think you can't. If you just pick on someone like that,
I'm
but if you're stupid enough to throw yourself off a building because some bellend on the internet said to you,
no, I don't think you don't have to. But you can laugh it off. But it doesn't mean it's right. It doesn't mean it's right to say it. But
so what happens if you're in a stadium, someone's calling you bird a slag, and you fucking Mara slag and all that from the terraces and throwing bottles at you? Is that all right?
No.
It's what I mean.
No, it's not. That's what I'm saying.
So what are you going to do? Throw everyone out?
But that's not freedom of speech.
Stop and go. Sorry. You see them three fellas there? They just call me Mara slag there. Can we have them out the stadium?
I'm saying if there's a player warming up and he's getting your beard's a slag and you're
got to empty the stadium, lad.
No, not just
the whole of fucking Goodison used to sing songs to fucking Liverpool players. Are you going to throw the whole stadium out?
No, I just think there's
Hatey words, you fat bastard, all that.
That's not.
Well, it's hatey words, lad. So where'd you stop the hatey words?
That's what I'm saying. There's a line, but it depends when it gets.
Where the line is?
I don't know.
There's no line. Can't have a line.
There's got to be a line where it crosses from.
Because the only words.
Hate speech.
It's different if someone walks up and hits you over the fucking head, and you go, "Well, now you've crossed the line."
But that's not speech, is it? That's a physical attack.
Hasn't Elon Musk come out and said like it's a free for all on Twitter? Like there's still people.
He puts community notes on and stuff.
No,
doesn't he?
I've seen a few get bad off Twitter for saying shit.
But also I've seen.
But
people
you'd have to be really bad.
I've seen people say mad stuff on there and they're just carrying on regardless.
Yeah, because it's got to get noted, it's got to get pinged, it's got to get. There's that much mad shit gets said on the daily.
So how do you want it? So imagine Musk hadn't bought Twitter.
Twitter was far too PC as it was. You couldn't say boo on there as it was.
You can't say, I don't do Facebook or.
I don't do Facebook. I haven't done.
YouTube, we get shadow banned quite regularly on YouTube just for having a fucking strong opinion. TikTok, shadow ban us all the time, saying we're content violations when we're using our own fucking content.
Yeah.
So, are you telling me they're not shutting down fucking political discourse or political discord?
No, it's because when you got a higher profile, you're more open to it. You know what I mean?
But I'm saying, who polices? If we say, cross the line there, someone has to say that's where the line is.
Yeah. Someone on Twitter has got a line.
And everyone's lines are at a different point.
Someone on Twitter, the line used to be there, and now it's there.
So we're saying it should be down to Elon Musk where the line is because
on Twitter. It is. That's a fact.
Right.
It's that Elon Musk got his own line where you can't cross on Twitter. It used to be back there, and now it's there.
So your line might be, do you know what? I'm not really arsed with a fella who's dressing like a woman using the women's bogs in the women's changing rooms. But my line might be, I'm not happy about that. So whose line's the right line?
That's a different conversation.
It's not. It's about line setting. So if we're setting the line, whose line is the right line?
That's different to you're saying free speech.
No, because I can say to you, you've just hurt my feelings with what you've just said to me.
Yeah, I know we can.
Right? And that is crossing the line because you have just hurt my feelings because what you've just said to me, Dick. I am not happy. Right? And you've crossed the line.
You crossed your line.
You've crossed the line because you've hurt my feelings. I feel hurt.
But just because you're offended doesn't mean you're right.
But you've hurt my feelings.
I know, but just
so you've crossed the line. So you're a bad guy now. You're bad. So right,
let's get back to footy. This is getting boring.
So what I'm saying to you, so this is the problem with this fucking nonsensical line. Someone comes and does something to you, that's crossed the line. Someone says something to you online. Who gives a fuck? Someone thinks something. Who cares? How can you say? How can you say something? He thought this.
But there's some stuff online where you think that's not free speech. That's just you just being an absolute twat.
But it's different if someone's knocking at your door or posting letters to your house to say, throw yourself off a building. you're a piece of shit. That's different. As waiting outside your house. It's different if you go on an app and log on and then scroll through comments looking for hatey stuff.
That's different. That's different, yeah. I'm not saying that.
No, if I'm outside yours going,
Cambo, you fat cunt.
no, throw yourself off a building, which is an outrageous thing to say to somebody. It is an outrageous thing to say, but surely it's the same way I used to get death threats in letters.
That's
right? And I used to laugh and go, it doesn't cross the line.
I think that is.
Do you know, if I was going to kill you, I wouldn't post you a letter saying, I'm going to fucking kill you if you carry on. I wouldn't send you a fucking mentally ill letter saying, by the way...
Was it first or second class?
Always second class. Always second class.
There you
so
go,
I'm like,
you're not asked, are you?
If you'd have decided to kill me a bit earlier, I mightn't have got that fucking letter until after you'd killed me.
You just worry there's no stamp on it.
So I go, like, but I didn't like go, I thought, whoever's going to kill me is probably not going to send me a second class stamped address, mentally ill writing letter to say I'm going to kill you.
Yeah.
Did it take them the busies? No. I just thought, what a fucking loon ball. But I thought, fucking hell, actually, people are that offended by what you say. Now, obviously, I've taken it to the nth degree here. And as of yet, I haven't had as many death threats as well as I got as a player. But obviously, there'll be people out there who'll be like, in that frame of mind.
So I was going to ask you there.
Who will be able to tweet me or send just madness to me, which I see, they do. Mad comments, mad sayings. And you go... When you read them, you go, well, they're mentally ill,
I still think it does need some kind of policing in terms of, like, you can go on and be whoever you want and be out. If they had someone's driving license and then I number and that, they wouldn't be tweeting half the stuff they're saying.
Of course they wouldn't.
So that's what it needs. I know, but
so
I think it does
something
need...
about the anonymity of social media that allows to just go, it's just fucking retards in a vacuum who could say anything to me.
But that's why
there's also some intelligent people in there. And it's my job to decipher, like it is in everyday life, who are the fucking retards and who are the fucking intelligent people.
But your point is, take the mask off, get them from behind the screen, and that's a real conversation. Twitter's not the real world.
Oh, please pay attention to me. Like, feel sorry for me, or aren't I? Look how morally correct I am. Look how fucking much of a good person I am. Because I've had this picture with this person.
That's Instagram, not Twitter.
Twitter's the same fucking minefield.
Oh, no, Twitter's
it's just people trying to be self-righteous.
Twitter's Planet Zog.
It's people going, I am actually somewhat better than other people because I've got a Ukrainian flag in my bio. Yeah.
Was it about when you were playing?
Twitter? No, what it was. I started using it at Newcastle towards the back end. It can only be poisonous for your mind as a player.
Yeah,
the last thing you want is the odd random fucking lunatic to be able to contact you. I mean, we used to get, as I say, a bit of fan mail that'd come in the odd time. But realistically, you know, you'd have to go on and fucking listen to radio shows or go on the internet and actually go searching for fucking comments or forums. By the way, which some lads did. Because
everyone's different.
Yeah. Everyone needs that kind of self-validation, self-vindication or whatever. Like, everyone wants people to say nice things about them. And the problem is, when you're open your fucking frequency to that, there's more cunts who are going to say nasty things to you than nice things. And that's what people struggle with because they go, I just want all the nice. It's like, no, you can't. In this world, unfortunately, there's loads of nasty cunts. Yeah. And even more so when they've got the cloak of anonymity, which is what they've got on social media. And if you don't like it, just stay off social fucking media.
But again, that's hard to say because everyone's different.
Not. It's the same way every cunt says to me, who I run into when I kick off by the women's footy, and they go,
stop watching
it. And I go, no, I'm paying me fucking money. They're on me shows. Sunday again, women's fucking nonsense pottery was on. Prime time Sunday, flick over, Leverkusen Bayern, haven't missed this. Oh, it's the women's.
Yeah.
2 man the dog in the stadium, nonsense pottery. The 2 biggest clubs in Germany. There was another 2 big clubs in England, nonsense pottery on. And I'm like, I have not paid £160 a month or whatever I'm paying for fucking Sky multi-room to fucking... Can I not opt out of this? Yeah. Can I pay £4 a month less, please? And take the women's footy and the women's punditry off me telly, please? I don't want it.
Do you think...
Make it a separate channel where I can watch it. And the people who want to watch it can subscribe and pay for it. But we're paying for it. And everyone goes... get a digibox, do this, do that. No, because me bird likes the Sky.
Yeah.
So I'm going,
I shouldn't.
Now, I'm going to be faced with a thing soon because Sky Movies, and as I say, they've gone shite. But I'm going to be faced with shortly, if it carries on, I'm just going to not, I can't, I'm just going to have to get rid of me fucking Sky.
Does your bear watch the women's footy?
She joking. Joking, doesn't even watch fucking footy. She didn't watch me when I played. There's no interest in it.
Do you reckon there's actual women out?
Feminine women don't watch footy.
I know, but
it's influencers and OnlyFans birds and masculine, feminine.
with 8-year-old boys' haircuts.
No, masculine, feminine.
No,
hockey
but,
players, tomboys,
do you think
manheads.
I honestly think there's a women out there who they've got their own football grades. They don't like being a part of the men's side. I reckon they want their own platform. They want their own because they don't like being. I've seen it. They don't like having men involved in the women's game. I've seen it on Twitter.
No,
so I think they
want men to have anything. It's like the fucking golf clubs. They don't want men to have anything to themselves.
So I think
the Garrett Club was a prime example of it for the solicitors. I'm not even asked about it. You can't have a man-only space. Now, I get it, and I get it from women, because men are actually taking women's Olympic spots, women's Olympic medals, women's changing spaces. So I can get the women going, oh, fuck yous. Yeah. If we can't just be women and doing our own thing, and disgruntled males and mentally ill males and transitioning males are going to come into our sport and into our spaces, then fuck you, we're going to be in your space, so I can't blame them.
No, but I'm saying, I think there's a lot of women. There's a lot of women who want their own space in terms of women's football. They would love their own channel. They would love their own platform. They would love to have women-only commentators, and that's what I think they should go down that road, because I think it's a little bit disrespectful to women as well to have the men.
Are we not in the realms of now segregating?
Well, yeah.
On
well,
gender,
why not?
Not on race anymore. This is not Rosa
want.
Parks. This is not Alabama in the touchstone state of the segregation in the schools.
But
right?
We can't have men infiltrating women's sports. No. So we need segregation.
We need segregation. Women are better at loads of things than men. All right.
Probably a bit more than men.
Women are better at loads of things than men. Women in certain regards, like the women 100-metre runners, 400-metre runners are quicker than most fucking men. But unfortunately, when it comes to footy and when it comes to certain things, men are just better at it than women. Women are better at loads of things, men are better at other things. Professional football, association football, unfortunately, no matter how much you put in the women's game, no matter how much they fucking force feed it to us, there's that much footy on the telly at the minute. Women's footy is at the risk of stinking the yard out and does all the time.
Simple.
Women playing footy is a phenomenal thing. It's never been bigger in this country. The Lionesses doing great. But why do you keep comparing them with the men? Why is it always the Lionesses won more than the fellas? Like, who gives a fucking... Who cares about... Have you seen where the goals go in? Like, it's not the same
But this is what I'm saying. When was it? When we were younger? Was it about 98? About 97? When we were earlier than that.
15 at 97.
I know, it was younger than that, wasn't it? So 95 was it when we changed the size of the goals in kids' footy. What year was that? So remember when we were kids, the goals at Whiston that used to be fucking the full size. And all you used to do was dink the cat every week. You just got about, it was like 18 to 12 every week. So I don't know who it was, but some about 93, someone might say, I don't even know there. They made the goals on the pitches smaller for the kids to make the game, and it made the game 10 times better for kids. It brought kids on unbelievably more. You couldn't chip the keeper. You had to get the ball. You had to play footy.
If you say this now,
I'm going to tell you,
they will go away.
I'm going to tell you now, women's pitches and women's goals need to be smaller.
So you're saying size 4 ball?
I'm saying a size 4 ball. I'm saying a 6-inch smaller goal, and I'm saying yards. I'm saying get 10 yards in.
Can I say it?
A men's average height is 5'10", a woman's 5'4". That's fact. There's no that you can't deny facts.
Physiological.
So a men's average height is 6 inches bigger or whatever it is than a woman, but the goal is the same size.
I'm not getting involved.
Make it make sense.
I've said my piece on it.
This would improve the women's game.
I said this fucking 10 years ago, and they called me a misogynist for saying that.
We done it when we were kids, and it improved kids' footy. We just so they need to do it, and it would make the women's game. Because at the minute,
if the goals are smaller and the balls
I think it would improve the sport.
Would you go and watch it? Would you go and pay your wages to go and watch it?
If it was a better sport, I'd watch it. But at the minute, they're technically not as good. They're technically not good enough for me to want to pay £50.
Doesn't disabled football have smaller goals and balls?
Can't say that.
That's just a question.
We're saying women's football here, so if you make smaller goals...
I don't know. Did they play in full-size goals?
No.
If you make smaller goals and smaller balls, let's be honest, no one's going to fucking watch it. You're either into women's footy and you're not, are you? So you can hear the noise in the stand, and women playing footy's great. Cass, there's a girl, Maya, who plays in his side, who's at City. She's a cracking little player. She's better than some of the lads.
As soon as you get to 9 or 10 or 11.
An excellent level girl. She can't play all the time. Like, passing and all that's good. physically, now at 12, she just can't live with the boys.
That's what I'm saying. Once you go that
13,
age,
14, she's going to change. She'll end up being a cracking little player she'll end up probably playing in the Women's Premier League. She's good enough. She's a good little player.
yeah.
So now once puberty kicks in, then we're into a different space. So I kind of get development footy. As I say, I'm struggling with it. My lad catches a ball the other day, and I went, "Why have you caught it?" And he gives a pen away. He went, "Well, we're not allowed to head it." So I was going to head it away, and then at the last minute, I realised I can't head it. Didn't know what to do, so I just went like that. And I went, "Just head it away." But I go, "Oh God, no! They're teaching these kids not to head it."
It's because of the brain injuries, isn't it? But I mean,
brain injuries. You want to be a boxer, unfortunately. Like heading a couple of balls as a kid and then going on to head it once you're 14 and 15 and 16 is not going to make that much of a difference. Like.
I don't know why. Okay, as a counter argument for that, I understand the brain injury is a big issue and it has got to be looked at. But why don't you make the balls a bit lighter?
No, it is yellow, isn't it?
The balls getting lighter have increased head injury. If you've not listened to the Common Sense podcast with John Stiles, because the velocity they're moving at, because the lighter is quicker than the heavier fucking ball with water in it. Even though that's heavier, it doesn't hit as hard.
So it's because it's moving at a
meters per second. Like anything.
Okay, yeah. But I mean, as a kid, that wouldn't make much difference though.
It's just a constant. It's like a boxer. You see ex-boxers, right? I seen an ex-boxer, I won't name his name there, the other day talking about something, and he's only about my age, and you can see the effects of. And he's been in a couple of good scraps, but you can see the effects of boxing.
Yeah, I know.
Cockney boxer, and I'm like, fucking hell, you can see he's a little bit.
Talking about boxing, did you watch the fight last week? The one before, 2 weeks ago. I thought Bivol and.
Oh yeah, I thought Bivol just got it for me.
I just didn't think it was a good fight, me.
Oh, it was a really good fight.
I didn't like it.
It was a really good fight based on. It's like watching.
It was a game of chess.
It's like watching chess between two of the best.
It reminded me of Arsenal City the other week. Just the.
Yeah, well, they do.
I didn't like that.
The best cancel each other out, but it was a really high level fight if you knew what you were watching.
Yeah, I'm not a massive, huge boxer fan.
And I thought
like
Bivol just got it, but when I seen the leader of Chechnya, that Kadyrov, get in the ring with him, I thought, oh, something's not right here. And he was celebrating with him. I thought, fucking Kadyrov, what's he? Is like?
To be fair,
he's the fella who's come out in support of fucking Putin. He's getting in the ring with him inside him, going, wow, this is weird. This.
But the fella on Sky had Bivol losing as well. So just.
It depends what you're seeing. It was a tight fight. I could have easily seen it being given as a draw. Anyway, the rest is history because Berbatov won.
It was billed to be this greatest fight of all time.
That's the best fight in the world this year. They're the two best fighters, pound for pound.
No one got put on their ass. No one had that proper.
Yeah, because it's the level of fight now. Sometimes the best cancel each other out.
I know, but I like seeing a fight where you have like even Joshua versus Dubois last week.
You had the Russian pressure
that
fighter
was a great
fighting
fight.
a Russian fucking counter punching pendulum fucking fighter. Who fought? Yeah. I thought Bivol fought a phenomenal fight, apart from probably the last 3 rounds, which he's come out and said he doesn't think he's done enough in the last 3 rounds, and he's taken the defeat like a fucking champion. But they'll fight again because they're two top fighters.
But I don't know. I just think it was a bit boring for me. Yeah, it was boring for me. Yeah, I know what you're saying, but as a neutral boxing fan who just watches like watching the big fights.
I was disappointed in the boy Ben Whittaker, who was kind of fucking. I hadn't seen anyone like him since fucking Nazim Ahmed, like flashy, punching people and looking away.
Yeah.
And I didn't see the fight, but it looks like he fucking quit on he fell over the ropes and quit.
Yeah, I've seen
and
that.
Then the lad who fought him, is it Liam Cameron?
Yeah.
Phenomenal story that's come out of it, like really fucking warm to him this week, the interviews he's done, where he said he was a bad alky, fucking living on his ma's couch down to his last tenner, and then turned his life around, and
look at him,
this Ben Whittaker, by all accounts, was cashing him off and saying, look at you scruffy cunt with all your clothes, because he's full of Adidas, he's the great next fucking Sky Sports Hope, and giving it to him in the hotel, look at you scruffy cunts, because he had Lonsdale on and all that, Sports Direct, and he said, I'm not bothered, even if I could afford Louis V, I wouldn't be wearing it. And he was like, I'm a normal kid, I've got me Lonsdale on. He said the worst thing about it was when he's giving it to me, Kane and McGear, he said there was a young kid standing there with Lonsdale shorts on and who couldn't afford Louis V, so what's he thinking?
Yeah.
He said they had to say to him, don't worry about that dickhead son or that baby or whatever.
Yeah.
And it shows you.
I don't think he really means it. I think that's all for the show.
Flash
for that.
Harry? No, he isn't. He's not. He's a flash cunt. There's nothing wrong with it, by the way. But you got to back it up. You can't fucking quit.
But he has backed it up until that point, though.
Well, he hasn't, has he? Because if you listen to Johnny Nelson done a great segment during the week with
that's a foul.
Wasn't the Ingalls? It's the lad who used to train Kell Brook. What's the baldy lad who trains Kell Brook's name?
No.
He's from that Ingles,
the gym.
Brendan Ingles gym,
in Sheffield.
He's a baldy fella who trains Kelbruch. He's a no-nonsense guy. And he's on talking about Whittaker, saying he came to their gym for sparring and he done the same thing. He quit in the gym.
Did he, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay,
and him and Johnny Nelson were talking about it. So this Whittaker's got previous, and it's all right when he's on the front foot, but looks like they found a hole in him.
Yeah.
Which is sad, because I thought he looked a fucking...
I would have seen him...
prospect, but...
Oh, there's no look fucking jabbing and that.
He went to the other fella's corner with him, didn't he? And the fella there butted him, so he was doing some crazy shit. But as I say, back it up. It's fine, no problem with that, back it up.
He has, as you said, he's the closest to Nazim I've seen.
No, Nazim was fucking brilliant.
I know, but I mean, he's the closest. I mean, in terms of showmanship in the ring.
No, he was doing all the showboating, but Nazim Ahmed was knocking people out as well, don't forget.
Yeah.
He was starching people.
Until he fed
he's probably one of the best boxers that we've ever had, and you never heard him talked about now. I'll tell you who I like, the boy, Shiraz.
No, who's that one?
He's on the Queensbury, I don't know who's got him. He's on that, he's been on that thing. Hamza Shiraz or something like that.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of him. Yeah, I'm not, yeah.
And I like the kid, Nick Ball, who's fighting at Liverpool, won the world belt.
And you know, what was mad is seeing, last time he's fought like 7 times, you hear him, you know. He's got balls of steel.
We're hoping to get Froch on, aren't we? So, Common Sense, we'll be bringing the Common Sense pod back. We'll be doing another run of that. Probably do another 15 episodes. No, I just do little segments of that. And we've got Carl Froch lined up for that, who we think will be brilliant. Because if Froch on fighting now is the go-to spot for me.
Is he a Forest fan, Froch?
He is. But
oh, that was a pass back.
No.
That Anderson, that's Elliot Anderson again, put that ball in.
Look at the...
Anderson's been the best. Well, Anderson and Eze looking good, and Ketty.
Chris, that nose, mate, on what he can...
Look at that for a ball.
Yeah. He throws his head on that.
He's been exceptional, Elliot.
You can see he's got star quality, like.
Oh, lad, I'm telling you, Jordi Maradona. Newcastle shouldn't have sold him.
The fuming anti the fans
shouldn't
over
have sold
him and Mitter to Brighton.
Oh, the lads, I think that was...
the PSR.
Half time as well.
Right, you want to make a brew and go to the toilet? Any questions for when we come back?
We've got a few in.
Our Monza, Hellas Verona getting on? Anyone tell us?
Are you allowed to talk about Bristol Rovers now, or?
Yeah, I mean, I've got to be careful what I say, but yeah.
There's a couple of questions over Bristol.
No,
yeah, they're struggling, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah,
do you reckon he goes? Matt Taylor, if they lose to Shrewsbury tomorrow?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Do you know what? I fancy them to beat Shrewsbury tomorrow. They're a funny type of team. They've had some good results at home. But it's a tough division. It's a tricky division. The problem I've got is I haven't watched them live, so I haven't seen them. So all you're hearing is the noise. But, you know, bums on seats, innit? Like the attendance, like usually like anything, if you think something's getting better or not, more people turn up to watch it, don't they? Because the buzz goes around the city. Well, just look at the numbers. Attendances are down. Like they're not selling out the stadium. You struggle to get a ticket while we were there. I look through the team. Some strange stuff going on, but then they do get the odd mad result. But it'll be the lads who are going the game every week who are better qualified to answer that question.
We've been getting a few emails. There's a few comments in here who are saying it's been dreadful. Like, obviously, the empty atmosphere doesn't help the team, but just the style of play has just gone downhill.
Yeah, I always think a team kind of mirrors the manager in the end. Do you know what I mean? Like, personality-wise. Like, you can't be an effervescent character and be an introvert. Do you know what I mean?
Is he a PE teacher, was he, Taylor?
But
maybe it's not Taylor, is it?
He played for Chorley. Chorley, is he from? He's from Chorley.
Chorley FM, come in your ears.
From Chorley, I thought you might have known.
But would you solely blame the manager? Because again, some of the emails from the Bristol Rovers fans are saying that it's the management of the club.
Yeah, for sure. There's a big issue there. That's the reason I fell out with them. Do you mean, like, as I say, Weil Al-Quads, you'd never meet a better owner. He's an absolute diamond of a fella. The Kuwaitis you've brought in, like, want to pick the team and all that. They'll have had hands on massively. I wouldn't be surprised at this junction if they're forcing his hand on the team.
Wow.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. He looks like a dead man walking, doesn't he? Like I don't like him personally. I think he's a bell end from when he was manager of Exeter. Obviously, they got rid of me and didn't have a succession plan, and then he's come out of Rotherham a couple of weeks after I've come out, And then he's obviously thought, fucking, he can, you know, I'm a tit and he can do it. And he's obviously found out how tricky it can be at that club when you've got, you know, those type of owners, the new owners coming in who are just Martians.
So did they try and force it on you?
Yeah. In terms of
it
forcing it as much as you can force it, do you mean? Like, you know, stuff like, you know, I like my wingers to play like this. I'm like, yeah, well, unfortunately for you, you don't know anything about the game of association football.
Nuts, innit?
You're lucky that your dad's developed property and he's put you in situ with your fucking donut of a cousin here who fucking was like fucking played in American 19th tier and got a scholarship in fucking Kuwaiti university playing fucking footy. But don't start trying to tell us about association football.
Yeah.
Same way I wouldn't go into, you know, the property industry and say, yeah, you know what, you want to do X, Y, and Z. Like, unfortunately, you're paying us to give you our expert analysis from, you know, the thousands of hours, tens of thousands of hours we've amassed from being on playgrounds in the fucking northwest of England to playing in football stadium all over the country and all over Europe. You know, I'll tell you what, we'll listen to you because, you know, you've fucking had a couple of games of Champman or something. Won a couple of titles on Champman.
But it's happened in the Premier League. It's
Lad, the game has never been as full of fucking blade boxes as you've ever seen it. That's why I said the other day, football's fucking gay. It's full of gays. Who let them in? This is not their game, unfortunately. This is a game for fucking masculine people who rough and tumble. This is not a non-contact sport. I seen it the other day. Conor Gallagher, who I don't mind as a player, is getting stripped to come on for Atletico Madrid. And honestly, you might as well have got these betting slips, roll them up. His shin pads were no bigger than that.
I've seen it,
right?
yeah.
His fucking pads were no bigger than that. And I thought, the game's gone. If he thinks it's okay to get on the pitch and he knows he can get away with them shin pads, then we're not kicking hard enough, we're not tackling hard enough. No one wants to see like breaking tackles and fucking maiming players. You know, the early 80s and late 70s stuff of fucking elbowing in the face and breaking cheekbones. But this is a fucking contact sport. Rugby's a contact sport, more contact than ours. Boxing's a contact sport. MMA's a contact sport. We need to have a level of contact.
Yeah.
Every tackle can't be a red card. Slow it down, put VAR on it. Get all the fucking knob jockeys talking about it on Sky and all the box tickers and box lickers. Everything's a red card, slow down. Let's get them off the pitch.
It's content. That's what it looks like to me. It's just
No,
we're creating content.
Honestly, I was in the golf club this morning. I played 14 holes before I came here. Lovely autumn day. And I'm sitting having a cup of tea before I went out, and I'm just listening to the old boys, all the our fellas are in there who are just sitting and have before they go out, and they're just gabbing over the weekend's football events. And it is this a sending off and is that a sending off, and it's refreshing to hear them because they don't buy into see all this noise that Sky are making. They lost £257 million last year, Sky. So if your business is losing 257 million, it means people aren't doing it right. So they're now getting the busy saying, if you have a digibox or you're not fucking, we're going to nick you and we're going to get you arrested. Because people are just tuning out. People are going, I am not paying £160 a month or £100 a month to listen to this shite. Yeah. So fuck you. And I'm going to go and get an illegal stream. And who blames them when you get the internet and you can get the, what they call with the service somewhere else?
And
VPN, and you go, fuck this, I ain't paying for this shit. And also, if you go on them foreign channels or whatever, there's no woke nonsense going on there. None of that bullshit.
Well, you see most of the top commentators and pundits have gone abroad, haven't they? Got Keys and Gray in Dubai.
There's a lad now getting the main cricket fella, done a video today. He's petrified to say anything. He's the main cricket correspondent for the BBC at BBC Radio. So imagine listening to cricket on the radio. You got to be a superstar for people to listen to fucking cricket on the radio, haven't you? So for people to put the radio on and stick with the cricket, he's got to be a fucking superstar. He's done an interview in the Telegraph this morning saying, I am petrified that if I say the wrong thing, I'll be cancelled. So he's retiring from it. He's retiring before he gets cancelled. What a sad state of affairs.
Hasn't cricket just brought something out though?
Cricket is still trying to invent itself.
No.
Cricket's trying to capture football's captured the world. Cricket, rugby, they're trying all kinds of mad stuff for people to get into it. No one gives a fuck.
They think they banned trans
No,
from...
that's...
who was it? Was it
no, that's the FA have banned it in professional footy, but not in amateur footy or something.
There was, I think it was the cricket. I think it was the cricket have now banned...
Think about it.
Trans...
Seriously, think about it. Every sport...
In women's cricket.
It's trying the bollocks off to get what football's got. And our game is trying its bollocks off to ruin itself, to make it slower, to make it shitter, to sell woke advertising nonsense, sterile, make the environment sterile. How can you have the live product as bad as it is now? You go the game, right, on a Saturday, and you've paid your wages to get a ticket. You've travelled whatever it costs you to get there, whether you're parking outside the stadium or you're getting an Uber or you're getting a fucking bus or a train to get there. Then you're spending what you're spending on a programme and a pie or whatever. And you're in the dark compared to some couch potato who's got a sports package on the Sky. Because they know, because the multiple replays they're getting, that this goal's going to be chalked off, and you're in the stadium going, we've got fucking 2 jumbotrons at each end of the ground. Why don't you fucking show us on this? Why don't you mic the ref up? The people in the stadium should know before the fucking couch potatoes.
Look, what they've done at Anfield now, they've got 2 little, like, signs. I had to take a picture. And I've got to zoom in to read what VAR telling me.
That's embarrassing.
I've got to take a picture.
Or you have to go on the internet to find out what's happening.
You've got no signal.
Yeah.
So I've got no signal. So I've got to take a picture of a screen miles away from me to see what VAR's saying.
And you're at the live game.
And I'm at the live game.
So how can the live participants be more in the dark than the couch potato who's on a 15-second lag or an 8-second
Because,
lag?
and this is my theory on it, if you look over the past 20 years on football, the owners of the game have a lot of come from the Americans. They're like there are a lot of American owners, and they brought that American influence into this game to try and Americanise this sport. I'm
convinced. Sky have lost, again, I'll reiterate this, £257 million, right? It's quite a significant amount of money. Think how many subscriptions they're getting. For them to lose that amount of money, I think 50 million of it allegedly is Sky News's, but think of the outlay there, right? So that says to you, it's not working. People aren't.
It's broke.
People aren't tuning in.
Broke.
The sponsors aren't paying you because you're not holding their attention enough because your programme's not that good. So what's Sky's major outlay? It must be football. Premier League foot. So,
and now they've diluted the product by bringing in shite, by box setting.
So I'm going, what are they trying to do? Are they actually trying to have more adverts? So VAR, are they making it where it's more stop-start, more adverts?
It's content.
We know what they're doing. It's increasing the propensity of the bigger teams winning because there's less human error. Less human error means more data boffins can make more data points, which means that the data money wins.
I just think what VAR looks like to me is it creates unnecessary talking point for the likes of your Sky. It creates clips, it creates captions, it creates your Nevilles and your Carragher's talking about it, which then gets your views, which then gets your traction, which then gets your web hits. More web hits increases your revenues from your adverts. So it just creating content, nonsense content, because you're right. They need something to try and bring the numbers up because they're losing the numbers. So the more content of shite they create, the more web traffic they get, and the increase in sponsorships.
But again, less is more, isn't it? So this was my feeling with this podcast and what we're doing. You don't want to be there all the time. So I like playing golf in the off season. So we're now in the golf season is now finished officially, right? Yeah, lad. The golf season is now officially finished. So I'm like, all right, we've gone from us being on last year, since we were last on regularly, we've had the European Championships in the summer where all the same people have given all their opinions and they all fucking absolutely don't know what they're on about based on what I've listened to the whole summer, with a few fresh faces through in here and there to spice it up.
Walcott.
But pretty much all the same old faces. Then they've all been in the Premier League now since August saying the same nonsense. You know, some of the crap I've heard out of them about what Man U were doing and what these are doing. And again, or Talk Sport or all the radio shows or whatever. So they're just talking. So then that regenerates all the clips in the newspapers and all the content that you're saying. And people are just looking at them going, these actually don't know what the fuck are on about. Where we can just pop back in now and people go, do you know what? No one's going to say what I'm going to say, are they? Because the fact that the establishments are trying to get me in the court of law and get me nicked and all that because I've said a few things that were a bit of a joke. It was just a joke, having a laugh at the system. Like even Saturday when I'm going, football's gay, full of homosexuals, and they're all like, you know, I seen Canal Street fucking Blues or something coming out saying it, because I'm like, I'm not having a go at gay people. Like one of my biggest heroes in life is a gay man, my uncle. One of the coolest cunts you'll ever meet. But I'm saying, we've got to keep masculine sports masculine. We have to not think masculinity is toxic.
And that's not saying a gay man can't be masculine, because you can.
Men should be men, but we're trying to, like, every fucking other advert is erectile dysfunction. Watch it, every other advert is, if you can't get an hard on, come and buy these tablets. Yeah, we're now saying to fat cunts, we're actually, stay as fat as you can be. We're actually going to give you a new drug that's come from the pharmaceutical industry to not be a fat cunt anymore.
Get the volume on there, please, lads.
What's going on here?
He must have sore balls.
So these are at it now. Well, this is the big problem when the American betting market gets deregulated.
What do you mean?
Because you're not allowed to bet in certain states in America.
Oh, I know that, yeah.
You've got to bet in sports books or casinos. That's why people go casinos.
Yeah.
So if the Americans deregulate,
it's free for all.
Well, our betting markets are all Southeast Asia, aren't they? Asia and Southeast Asia. And yet...
That was literally just one advert. Mad that.
And yet, you know...
Them tops, how sweaty they are.
The amount of a power that betting industry has over the FA.
And just over FA, it has over everyone.
He's still playing now when he's been spot betting.
Yeah.
So that's a lifetime ban, isn't it, surely?
Yeah.
But now they're saying the jurisdiction's going to be called into it. The other thing can I just say one other thing that pisses me off? Why is Roy Keane talking about England matches? Why is Roy Keane doing the fucking international games for England?
Why was Guy Neville on the Liverpool game yesterday? Same thing. It's just like it's. They've got to be.
He doesn't like England, Roy Keane. So why does anyone want to listen to Roy talk about England? Oh, I don't mind listening to him about.
I think they do it as again what I said to you before. Content. They know Roy Keane, they know Guy Neville. They're going to say stuff where they're going to wind the fans up. They clip it, put it on the channels. Yeah, so no, it's a false.
I've heard some mad stuff about this United crew, like off the scale stuff that I don't want to say in here because I know, but like mad stuff. What's going on with there?
Hasn't something just gone on with Giggs?
He said the word.
Oh, you can't say his name. We were saying.
We said before, can we say his name or not? Yeah. And we said no. But
allegedly.
Allegedly.
That scumbag. That scumbag has been shagging someone else from the class of 92's missus.
Ricky Mutt.
And they found out. And that's why he's left Salford. That's what I'm hearing. And he's punched his head in on the way out or something.
Lyle Friggs and Ricky Mutt.
Allegedly. Is that enough, Noah?
I don't know.
Don't think it covers us, does it?
No, it doesn't. I don't think it does, you know.
Well, listen,
his missus is also is a drop, isn't she? Ryan Miggs.
Oh God. Do you know what though? What a scumbag anyway. Shagging your brother's fucking bed. What a fucking scumbag.
Monza are winning 1-0.
Monza winner. Told you they're decent.
I'm surprised there's no goals in this game though. The first half there's plenty.
If Chris Wood had had the shooting boots on, lad, we'd have had goals here.
Yeah, if Chris Wood was a size like 12.
Chris Wood would have had the shooting boots on.
He'll score. Anderson being the best player on the pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been good, yeah.
Chris Wood should have scored. Elliot Anderson's been the best player.
I think he's a 10 or where Hudson-Odoi's playing. I think he's better where Hudson-Odoi's playing.
Good ball. He's a monster in Chris Wood, isn't he?
He's a nuisance, isn't he?
That game he was beat...
too close.
Was it Scunthorpe 7-0 last game of the season?
Yeah.
He was just a joke, wasn't he?
Yeah. He was a joke at the back end of that season, to be fair to him, Josh. Like, he fucking took... He took the bull by the horns, do you know what I mean? Like, he was... Like, we had some good players in the side as well around him, but he just found a different gear, and the rest of the lads fed in off it. Like, the Rochdale game, the second to last game, we were 3-1 down with like 15 to go, and he done a couple of things that just got us right back in the game. And then the other game, in the home game, he was just... They all played well in that 7-0. Like, you couldn't have faulted any performance. Just seen them like a dark chocolate.
Weird, that.
Do you look like Revels?
Dark chocolate Malteser.
Not the best,
no.
Yeah, he was like way above the level. Like, I'm really surprised Newcastle.
Is there anyone you've coached or like managed or even played with who you've thought they're never going to make it, and they've actually gone on to do fucking outrageous, like,
or played with,
or managed, or coached?
I was in the headlines last week, and I remember going to watch it at Newcastle. Nile Ranger, remember him?
Yeah, he was at the ball, wasn't he?
He's playing. Who's he playing for? Rushden and Diamonds or no Kettering Town. He's playing for.
Just remember one of them mad kids who like was a footballer but wants to be a gangster. Do you know what I mean? You're like, what? Like, yeah, you don't want to be a gangster or a footballer. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Like, surely you want to be a gangster and then you become a footballer and you go, right. But he was became a footballer and then wants to be it's like, just don't get it. Some mad cunts out there, isn't there? But, like, he's not a bad kid. A bit daft, but not a bad kid.
What was he like as a player?
Yeah. Listen, he was a handful when he was at it, but, you know, he should have had a better career than what he had, but also he wants to be a gangster when he was a footballer. He want to be in nightclubs, fucking taking all the fucking birds home and fucking all the other nonsense that's in there, and you can't play top level footy. Raw, big powerful black lad who had not bad feet, do you know what I mean? Not great feet, but not bad feet.
Baller.
Would he have been you don't know because it's development at the right stage, but I've seen him fucking cause some Premier League lads problems coming on a sub and
like a Welbeck, kind of like
big games and big units.
Could have been. Welbeck's probably got better feet than him.
He was more of a unit,
similar type.
Yeah.
Welbeck, I don't think gets enough credit for how good of a footballer he is.
He's peaking now, isn't he? Yeah,
but I think he's suffered with injury, and he quite a bit. But also,
I think he should. If he was staying at United, he'd still be there. He'd still be in that team.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's got better. You know what I mean?
I know. Say about worse. Yeah, you're right.
What about Andy Carroll at Bordeaux?
That's a mad one. I think he's like. I think that's a hell of a bit like places, that, isn't it?
He scored 3 and 2.
He's playing in front of less crowd than fucking Precky Cables.
Yeah, they're in, like, the
he's
French
fucked his beard off.
7th division.
He's fucked his beard. I got this new beard who's a makeup artist down in Bordeaux. It's costing him money to play down there.
Maybe he just fell out of love with the game. Just wants to love his footy
that's
again.
A full midlife crisis.
Bordeaux's a massive club, you know.
Yeah. No, it's a big club, yeah. It is a big club.
And who knows, is he being smart if he goes to Bordeaux and does a couple of years and then Bordeaux are going to fucking get back in the top flight at some point because they're a big club in France.
They had to declare the wages or something in Bordeaux, didn't he?
But I'm saying they're a big club in France.
He's on for like $4,000 a month or something. So he's costing him money to play there.
But also, is he? Because he's going through a divorce, is he?
Yeah, I don't think
his missus has left him, hasn't she?
Yeah, they've split up, like.
Usually if your missus leaves you and you move in with another girl, that means you're going through some type of divorce.
Yeah.
So I don't know where he is, but probably will be.
Who was his missus? Remember he come to Glastonbury with us? That year, and he was with his missus then. Was that the same one?
That was the same one. That Billy one, from Tabby.
Oh, no, it wasn't it, no.
No.
He was a laughing, no lad, Andy.
Oh, he's a great lad.
Any good stories?
He's a great lad. I think he had a couple of kids with a beard in Newcastle before he met her anyway.
Yeah.
And to be in there, little blonde girl.
And she's... Yeah, no.
He's had a couple of kids with another woman in Newcastle.
And I've heard he took the kids on, which is that boss, but then now his expert, this Billy, has left in England with the kids who aren't his.
Oh, God.
So it's fucking a bit of a messy one.
Yeah, who knows?
That's a
lad, he was
neckerchief with an awful cross.
He used to play Call of Duty with us as well, didn't he?
You know what? I've been on Call of Duty with Andy Carroll, yeah.
Remember the Call of Duty? Used to get some... when it was at Newcastle...
What was our name? What was our little clan tag? What was it?
Scousers?
No, it wasn't. What was our clan tag, remember?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what that was.
No, SCSC.
That was a minefield for HR, for people's mental health, that fucking Call of Duty. When people
was murder.
12-year-olds used to snipe it in the back of the head and just start like terrorising you.
Yeah.
You'd be like, who are you? How old are you?
Yeah.
Used to run up to you and just like stab you with the knife, wouldn't even shoot you. They were that good at it. You were just like, what's going on here? The worst was when you had the sniper and you just couldn't get him.
You couldn't find him at all.
Get him.
You were on hardcore.
Remember Andrew used to have a fucking grenade launcher and you kill him and then you just
as soon as he'd respawn,
you'd fire the grenade launcher where he was and kill you and you're like, how the fuck did he know it?
But then he'd have that laugh.
That's how you know the game's got shit.
No, but Drew would have to go hee. I remember him on the mic.
I've seen the size of the maps on them now. Like full cities. It's nuts.
I haven't been on the Xbox for
I
years.
play Fortnite and all that. Like our kids have got the PlayStation, haven't they? So we'll go on it every now and again just to keep my skills. I'm still the top dog even ours on FIFA.
Yeah,
I play it the same way I play footy.
I played FIFA for like about 4 or 5 years. And I lose last year. I went, so give us a game, come on. So I left on it with them. I think it was like 5-1, 5-1, 6-1. Well, batter them. I said, lad, get off. Yeah, batter them. I said, play that.
5?
Yeah, 2.5. So yeah, he thought he was half decent and he absolutely battered him.
Yeah, chance. Come on.
1-0.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
How is it 0-0?
Offside.
You got both to score.
So I've had Eze.
I've got 2.5.
I've had Eze and Nketiah 2 shots on target, which that's got to be in now.
He's offside anyway.
No, his first shot.
I've got over 2.5. Look.
2-2.
So that's got to count as a shot on target, sure.
That is, yeah.
Yeah.
Should be paid out then. Thank you, Mr. Riley.
Yeah,
I can't stand him, you know, that little albino one.
That's a good save from the cat.
Will use. Little albino kid will use. Yeah, I can't stand him. Oh, God,
remember
I
me,
hate him.
myself and Ivy?
Whitey.
Yeah.
Can't say. You sure
Can't say it,
say
can
that?
you actually can't say it. We'll get done for that.
Wait, you can't call him Q-tip?
That's 3-month jail.
Is
Under the Keir Starmer.
Is that past the? Is that over the line?
I don't know where the line is, but it'll be approaching the line.
Is that a line?
Yeah.
What do we think on the US election while there's a lull in play?
I haven't been
Trump.
taking much notice of it.
Oh, come on.
Oh, I'll have red sauce and onions on my hot dog.
Yeah, and
Great
again.
ball, that's the right ball.
you have to go
Oh,
for
that was a
ball.
good. Yeah, that was a good defending. That.
He's right. He's asking for it. Will Hughes hasn't. To be fair, he usually sees stuff like that. That Will Hughes.
That was good defending. That was good defending. That.
You want to say there though, don't you?
Oh, what's he done there?
He's been good, that Milenkovic, to be fair. He's been a good signing for them, but he just dives into
I've
it.
heard he's still sliding.
Yeah, he set off a bit early there, like in his defence. Or lack of it. This was the boy who was at Watford, isn't it? That old Ina.
Is it? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Was he Chelsea, was he? Yeah?
Chelsea.
I'll tell you what, Chelsea,
Chelsea.
no, we were talking about
Torino,
Man
yeah.
City's academy before. Chelsea's academy's produced a load of players as well.
No, we haven't mentioned our Man City academy, Sancho.
Sancho's another one, but I don't know when he went there. But like Chelsea's got to be
Was
up
that
there.
Watford, wasn't he, for a bit?
Arsenal's has been not bad historically. Like Liverpool's
Used to be really good, now it's dropped off.
is a bit streaky, innit?
What's
Man
this
U,
year?
Dropped
not
off.
been bad for them.
La Liga could hold first ever domestic game on US soil as early as this
Yeah.
December with Barcelona's clash with Atletico
Yeah.
lined up to take place.
See, what did I tell you before about the Americans taking over the football?
Tavares and that La Liga crew are still like trying to raise revenue. They've got to, because without Barca and Real going to the fucking breakaway Super League,
The league's finished.
that's as good.
That's
as,
like Rangers
as
and
dead,
Celtic
Well,
League and
it's
the
not,
Scottish
because
League.
they've got Atletico Madrid and Valencia,
couple of
Sevilla,
others.
a few others. But like,
It's as good as it's. I'd say you're talking 75% of revenue overnight gone underneath them.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So it's they're not getting the players. It'd kill the league because you're saying it's okay,
but
but
if you
it'd
took Bayern
kill
out
the
of
league.
Germany,
It'd kill the league.
do you know what I mean?
You took Liverpool United out of this league.
Oh, would take your
It would.
14th place team and someone who's won one fucking Premier League in fucking 22 attempts. I mean,
Yeah.
It wouldn't ruin the league. It would definitely make it less of a spectacle. If you said, right, Liverpool
So you're telling me the sponsors stay the same in the Premier League without United and Liverpool?
Liverpool and Man U have totted off now to the breakaway European Super
Yeah.
League, all right?
Yeah.
And Celtic and Rangers are now coming into the Premier League. I don't think it'd miss. It'd be ships in the night. I'm telling you.
No.
I'm fucking telling you. It wouldn't be. It wouldn't be the fucking hole in the fucking Premier League that you think it would be.
The
telling
revenue would drop off a cliff for the TV deals.
So
drop
what,
off a
for
cliff.
the 14th place team and
It's
the
not a
third
14th
place
place.
team,
It's Man United.
14th and third, you are. Man U are 14th.
I know, but it doesn't matter where they are.
Usually finish third or usually finish third.
It's the two.
Well, you should do based on how much you spend and how much is a.
What? We didn't buy a single player last summer.
Chiesa, I know it's good
Oh,
business, but Chiesa's still getting 100 grand plus wages.
We
right?
spent. How much was Chiesa? 12 million quid.
This net spend, it doesn't matter. Liverpool should be
You've
competing
just said how
regardless of
much
what
we
you
spend.
But I'm
We
saying,
haven't spent a penny.
comparatively to fucking Everton, you spend, or
Everton spent more
West
than us
Ham,
last summer.
or West Ham,
Spent more
or
than
all
us.
the other teams in the league, Brentford,
Spend more than us.
historically. All right, so how much you've spent is not just in one season. It's as a football club over a prolonged period of time, which is Liverpool Football
I
Club.
think over the last 10 years,
Liverpool
we were
Football Club will
seventh
be
or
in the top
something.
5.
Seventh
Since the
we were.
Premier League's been inception, Liverpool Football Club will be in the top 5
Yeah.
of money spent.
Yeah. I think the last 10 years, I think it was 7th.
Right, in
spenders.
terms of net spend, I'm not sure where you will be. You might be 7th or 8th, but you won't be 31st.
No, it was just we're saying we haven't spent a
It's
penny
this
last
myth
summer.
that you don't spend any money. This one, like you do spend money better than other teams, but you still spend money. wages and money. Wages is money.
I know, but what Liverpool's...
Mo Salah on 500 grand a week is money. Virgil on 400 grand a week is money. You're spending that. Or like you're not paying the transfer fee, but you're spending. That comes out your bottom line.
It does, yeah, got your pot. But Liverpool have a... We don't have an influx. We don't have an input of money like other clubs do.
No, you don't waste money at the level. But you did it. You have in the past. You used to do what Man U done, which is waste loads of money on big names. Yeah, now you don't, because your recruitment policy is a bit better.
Well, the FSG don't put 1 pence into Liverpool for anything like that.
Well, since they've taken over, you have to accept that
we spend what we earn.
A bit more frugal.
And we spend what we earn. If we don't earn it, we can't spend it.
All right, fair enough.
That's what Liverpool have been run under FSG. So we haven't 1 million %.
So FSG haven't put 1 pence into Liverpool.
FSG have given us a loan of we owe FSG 70 million quid, and that was for the stadium.
All right,
that's it.
And that's it.
We owed them 120 for the stadium. They took back 50 already, so they took money out the club. What they give us, we owed them 70.
So where are they making the money then?
They're not. They're growing their assets. We're now worth what, 3 billion when they paid 300 million for us. So their asset is worth how many times is that? More, so that's where they're making their money.
If Chelsea are free bill, Liverpool must be worth more than that.
But
asking for 5. Liverpool must be worth.
But that's what I'm saying. They spent 350 million on us, and we're now worth 4 billion. That's where they make the money. But they don't put 1 pence.
Oh, that's a chance.
No, they don't put 1 pence into the club.
To me.
Look the foul, yeah.
We spend what we earn. It's just that we earn like 500 million a year. We can spend that.
It was a foul, yeah.
It's got a book him then.
It was a foul.
He's got a book in for diving.
Yeah, it's got a book. Elliot book.
Anderson.
It was a foul. Why did you have no yellows?
No.
He's saying it's a pen.
I'm saying
Where's
he's got
VAR
a book in for diving.
Where's VAR?
Oh, it's a dive.
He's got a book in for diving.
He's got a book him. He's got a book him for diving there. Has he booked him here? No, it's
Premier
Anderson
League,
now.
the singer Premier League, corrupt as fuck, Forest. It's like being Evertonian, lads.
That was a dive.
As soon as they get the body in front. How does Salah not get booked the other day? Salah gets in the box, throws his leg in front of Colwell. And
come on.
Is he trying to kid the ref or not?
He stands in front of Colwell to buy the foul, and he bought it well. It's a foul.
What I'm saying to you, he's tried to kid the ref. He's tried to make that a foul.
Who doesn't?
Well, it's play acting, isn't it? Is it not play acting?
Really? No. Yeah.
It's either a foul
I'll show
or
Josh this
acting.
one. Yeah. This is what he's saying. Wait, watch.
Yeah, that's a dive.
Off the bar.
He's
Oh my God. Have we not had any goals yet?
It can't be a dive if he's...
That's be better in there.
Look, if he's pushed him.
It's a dive.
Has he pushed him?
No, it's a dive.
He's
going down before he even touches him.
Oh,
touching
no.
him. Lads, what a save that is.
It is a great strike. I like this, Eze.
He's a great player. Oh, what a save.
Fucking postage that.
I tell you what, he should have
His
scored.
face behind.
He should have scored against Liverpool. I don't know why he took that shot early against Liverpool in the game when he
blazed it.
Should have took another touch. I really fancied him as well. Thought he was going to slot you. And he seemed to rush the shot at the sub-keeper.
I think it was, you know what it is, and a lot of you've said it, subliminally against Liverpool, you're thinking, I got Van Dijk behind me and Alisson in front of me. It's some...
Alisson had gone off, I think.
Oh, had he gone off? He hadn't. It was before that, wasn't it? Just before Alisson went off.
No, it was he kicked it right at the keeper who'd just come on.
Was it?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Maybe he didn't. Maybe. I thought it was the keeper who'd just come on.
Nice.
Have you been paid out there? 2 on target?
Yeah, 2 on target.
Yeah, lad, they're minging them.
They're not the best, then.
Black, brown,
No, there's
chocolate,
left,
black
only
chocolate.
Caramel digestives and Maltesers.
Dark chocolate, fucking
They are
Maltesers.
disgusting.
Don't even taste like
Yeah.
Maltesers.
I'm in.
Well in, lad.
9-1.
Do you know what that would be nice if they were
Our
like
Monza
mint?
Verona getting on.
Unique goals in this, though.
I need 2.5 in this. I need
Oh, yeah,
Elliot
you're not
Anderson
getting
to
2.5
get
in
one.
Should have been 2.5.
It's fucking half
Goal.
an hour to go. 2-0. No, just Monza Verona need over 2.5 in that. 2-0 Monza.
They are disgusting.
Yeah, they're not good then. Oh, we are. Yeah, we've got to be in here. Oh, well, good body. Good body. Considering...
Someone tipped as well before the game, 11-4, both keepers to make 3 saves. That's well in.
Yeah?
Yeah.
This
Or what's his ear saying here?
This is what I'm saying to you about
Jota.
footy, see what I mean? And do you know what? I don't want to name the player's name, but the week before I went to watch a League 2 game. Alright? Within 5 seconds you could tell who the absolute fake footy players are, like the nonsense out of them. same candidates. Tape around the wrist,
What,
socks
the
over
white,
the knees.
No, the white socks, though. They're the ones that kill me.
Socks over the knees, yeah.
In league.
Cuts in the back of the fucking calves. You know, the...
Yeah, the blag.
In the socks, because
The black.
my calves are that big that my fucking socks are too tight.
It's meant to be for
And
clamp in it, but it's not.
doing like mad stuff, like always trying to take like a long throw. You're like, well, why is it taking a long throw? Like, you only got a long throw. You're not even getting into the 6-yard box. Stop pretending you got a long throw. You fucking absolute fucking fraud. I know every time his team's got the ball, conveniently getting himself in a position where he just can't fucking receive it. And I'm like, down to 10 already, yeah. Lo and behold, they got beat 2-0.
What's the odds he subscribes to their Herbalife?
Lad, is that Herbalife still going now? People still buying that fucking rabbit food?
Weren't they all selling it like
Yeah,
League
we're
Two?
like a big Ponzi scheme of like zero fucking... I'll tell you who started that. Cristiano. He was the king of Herbalife. He was a big fucking driving force behind that.
It was.
As well,
The
And who
owner,
was there? Beckham.
the owner of LA Galaxy was the owner of Herbalife, wasn't
Yeah.
They won the Eastern Conference, Miami, didn't they see at the weekend?
he? Did they?
It splits and
Oh,
they
yeah,
obviously
and
got to
now-
go down to the playoffs.
and
And so
now
they've
they-
gone from being the worst team under Phil of Neville, the great football oracle family, Gary of Neville and Phil of Neville.
Lad, it is mad when you think about it, how much like the Nevilles are fucking influence on football.
Lad, he was the England women's manager. You forgot that?
Do you reckon people like, especially Yanks, must
Lad,
look at us now and think, fucking hell, get on there.
Bear in mind how ugly the pair of them are. When you get me stars on the sister.
Oh, lad.
By the way, who listens to ugly people anyway? Full stop. Like you just say, sorry, Uggs.
That's
Uggs.
just comments.
Pipe yourself down.
Comments gonna go.
Uggs. Uggs. Button it. Honestly, lad, he's going for. This is the play. I seen it the other day. William and Bex had a picture outside the London ambulance, which had the massive London Freemasons. Beckham got caught, didn't he? He hasn't been made a knight of the realm because of the emails where he's...
I told you they'd score.
What's the keeper doing? Go for your bet though, lad.
We needed a goal. Chrissy Wood.
Told you they'd score today.
Lad, you know what? He fucking causes problems. Like, who was the team who played the other day without a centre forward? England.
Yeah. But
And then-
you had Watkins on the bench, which was
Lad,
nonsense.
he's a centre forward, so play him.
I know, yes, play Watkins. He's a good centre forward.
I don't get how you take to the pitch without a centre forward, unless you've got an injury crisis or something.
He tried to be a little bit Ancelotti, didn't he, with his
This
false
is, I
nine
think, this is,
Bellingham.
honestly, this
Nah,
is,
look,
I
let's watch the
really
cat.
think this is,
England playing a false nine. No,
Oh, the cat.
I really think this is Palace's problem. That,
you
Nketiah,
can't.
as good as he is, I don't mind him, but he can't lead the line. He's got no physical presence. And Morello and Milinkovic here are dealing with pretty much. That
cat's on
Mateta for them's a nuisance.
That cat's on the tape.
Similar to
Yeah,
Wood,
he's had
isn't
the stinker there, the cat. He's had the stinker.
Everyone's got him in the fantasy team, hasn't he?
Who?
This Woods.
Wood?
Yeah.
Henderson.
Oh, after, yeah.
Sorry, yeah. Everyone has Henderson.
Couldn't say, oh,
No, I've got-
Henderson in it.
I've got Chris Woods in mine.
To be fair to him, he's a good keeper, but he does have the odd fucking blip like that, doesn't he, Henderson? And he's meant to be lively amongst lively for the cat. Like, I wouldn't mind being in a dressing room with him, because I've been in the dressing room with a
he's
few
Mateta.
lively cats.
Yeah.
And you need to say, lad, never ever forget, yous were always last pick and goal. Go in there and block Casey's with your face and your nuts. Please, get yourself in there, or you were the fat kid in school. But if you're good at footy, very, very rarely, maybe up until the last 5 years now, where good footy players realise, fucking hell, I can just play and goal and have a fag on here and get 150 grand. I don't even need to be able to keep the ball out with my arms
until I'm
anymore.
40. That's what a cat does.
Being a good goalie now is no longer about being a good goalie, because we've just gone through there all the best keepers in England,
And they've all
every single one of
got a
you
brain
starts
fart
at what
in
they
them.
like with the fucking feet.
Yeah. Well, that's where Alisson is the old school one, where he's not the best with his feet, but he's absolutely outrageous goalkeeper.
I think if you could offer me any keeper, just because the calmness he brings to it in the Premier League, I would take Alisson. I'd struggle to think of a better keeper actually in Europe when it comes to thinking of it. And then if you're talking about Europe, you're talking about the world. You're talking about the world, aren't you?
Because said that Callaghan's better with his feet than Alisson.
I wouldn't disagree with that.
No, I don't.
But that's
the thing is, would you swap Keller for Alisson?
not even close.
No, not even close. Keller's a good keeper for
But
like a number two. He's an
What
incredible
Alisson's
number two.
great at is what a lot of good keepers have pointed out is his positioning, which he makes the saves look. You never see him make a big, massive showstopper, because his
Or very rarely, unless he has to. Yeah.
his initial positioning
Monza 3-0.
his initial
Monza?
his initial
Come on,
positioning is great.
We need another couple here.
That's why he's the best, because he
doesn't
doesn't
make... With
make...
your slips, lads, you don't get your cash out, do you?
I don't like them. I wouldn't take a Liverpool.
Cash out anyway,
I don't believe in cash out. I don't believe the bookies would offer you it if it was in your advantage. So I've never been one for it. And I'm a ride or die. I'm old school. You walk in the bookies, you put your bet on, and that's how you roll.
I just had Chris Wood's first goal and I didn't put it on.
Hey, listen, it bites you in the arse sometimes. Bite you in the arse. I've only had 2 up this season. I've had a 330 up in the bet club, and obviously me and the Drewster got one up, didn't we, with the lads when we played in the semi, which was, I think, we ended up with about... it was a couple there. We had it was a 5-4 we had up with one away in. We ended up with a 420 odd quid each out of it, so it was all right.
We should, when we were golfing in Scotland last week, you had a little off a free bet. You had a good little balance going, didn't you? Is that still going?
Yeah, no, I've got the international Europa UEFA Nations League, seeing that off. Yeah, I got a tenner up to like 157 or something.
Yeah.
But chipped away. I had fucking Scotland playing at home to Portugal. Like, fucking Roberto. I said after the game, maybe me betting is influencing me opinion on certain people, but I'm like, is Roberto Martinez not the biggest fraud in the world who's just constantly failed upwards? Like, Portugal the other day were fucking crap against Scotland. Credit to Scotland, but I was just like, what are they trying to do? Portugal.
He
kept Cristiano Ronaldo on the pitch for 90 minutes, right? So he's
pretty
much Ronaldo's bitch. So Ronaldo picks a team. So you might as well not be the manager.
Yeah. He's the next manager of Portugal.
He brings Bernardo Silva on a sub, Rafael Leao on a sub.
Rafael Leao should start.
Far too late.
Leao should start.
Because Ronaldo's there, hogging the minutes.
Leao should start.
Like Portugal, if Portugal haven't moved on from 40-year-old Ronaldo, and they haven't won anything since the Euros with him, and he's got worse because he's playing in Saudi, he's not getting better. He might be defying science by being as good looking as what he is and fucking as fit and as six-pack as what he is, but he's not getting better as a player. He can't run as much as what he could once. He can't jump because age catches up with us all.
Yeah.
And he's still starting to play 90 minutes every week for Portugal.
Have you seen the clip of that Saudi league? You seen the highlight the other day where he tries to do like a fucking
Go on, El.
Anderson chance? Go on.
Oh, he done the keeper there, didn't he?
Shot on target though. I need a goal off him, and if he gets a goal and we get another goal, and we're in.
Yeah.
We're in.
Good ball. Oh.
Laddie's there trying to get on the end of it as well.
Step. Oh.
Monday night games are always good, aren't they? I think most games have...
To be fair, I don't mind the Monday. Like,
do you know what? That
don't mind the Monday. Usually we've had a few
Chelsea. We've had a few Chelsea.
Good ones.
Had a few good Chelsea games.
But we haven't had the odd stinker. We've only had the odd one, haven't we?
Everton was a stinker one week.
We've had a couple of 0-0s, haven't we?
Yeah.
We've had Everton get
4-0, yeah. Palmer scored at Atom.
Basically give Cole Palmer the freedom of Stamford Bridge to fucking cut
it apart. That's what I said. Got to give Sabaz like kudos yesterday. He had pocketed Cole Palmer.
No,
he done very well against him. He done a different job. Everyone saying, he was shit. He wasn't. He had a job to do that game. Was try and nullify Cole Palmer and just press him, and he done it.
I tell you what people miss about this league, and this is why...
Women commentators?
No, don't miss that. Is how fit the lads are now.
Yeah, they're running more, aren't they?
I know you've got 5 subs now, so, you know what I mean, you can. Oh, the cat's got to save that.
Yeah, he has. He lifted his arm over it, look. He's on the take. Well. Look, watch his arm. Oh.
By the way, just for the objectivity, yeah, if that was in the women's game, we'd be probably tweeting clips about that, laughing at it. And that's the England second goalie based on... Or is England starting goalie based on the last match.
But what was you saying about him before, though? He's meant to be a character.
By all accounts, he's absolutely having a bowl of himself.
Oh, right.
Always has been as well, at Sheffield United, because he was at Sheffield United when he was at Shrewsbury. Sheffield United, did he go to?
Yeah, he started at Man United, didn't he?
Man United, went on loan to Shrewsbury when he nearly got promoted under Paul Hurst, and he had Ben Godfrey and that, Alan Morris. Then the next year he went to Sheffield United. They got promoted, didn't he? To the Prem. Under Wilder. Yeah. Then did he stay with Sheffield United again? But he was chatting like, I need to be at the De Gea here, or like, I'm not staying at Man U and all that.
Yeah.
But from all accounts, he's like double having himself massively.
Yeah.
Now, that's great if you back it up, but if you have fucking paper mache, fucking arms and wrists like that, you just got to keep your nut down and remember, you were last pick in school for a reason. Just catch it and fucking give it to people who can kick the ball better than you. Hudson-Odoi.
Like him.
Yeah,
I like him.
He's getting minutes in, which is what he needed.
Yeah, he needs a confidence player.
He was good in Jews in Anfield, wasn't he?
Very good. I mean, he was probably the best player.
He was highly touted when he was a young player, like Chelsea and all that.
Where'd he go to?
Germany, was it?
Bayern,
Or was it?
40 mil.
That what it was?
And then he went to Leverkusen.
Was it Leverkusen he went? I've looked where he went.
Didn't go to Leverkusen.
He went to somewhere in Germany, I'm sure. He was stuck. No, he was stuck at.
Wouldn't have been
Schalke.
Leipzig. Didn't go Leipzig, did he?
Leipzig.
Didn't go Dortmund. So who's he gone to? Hudson-Odoi. Do you remember him going abroad, yeah?
Oh.
Before Alonso.
Could have been a Leverkusen. It's a chance.
There's it's all Forest in it this half.
Forest have been the better side.
He under pressure. He under pressure this Glasner.
What Leverkusen?
Was it Leverkusen?
Yeah.
Good shout now. I think you always are, aren't you? I think you always are. I think if you don't win enough games, I mean, you're still beating a bit of credit from how strong they finished the season last year, but then this is the boy they took out of Watford, who was that from Marseille, isn't it? Ismail Assar. I don't mind it. I think he was not a bad shout for the England squad, this Dimitri Mitchell. Left-footed, young option, and they never took him, and they took fucking right-backs. And Lewis Dunk and all that. I'm like, why don't you take a fucking left-footed left-back?
I think for me is going to be... I like that Lewis. Rico Lewis.
For left-back?
Yeah,
for England?
No, yeah, because just where he plays there, doesn't he?
We need a left-footed fucking left-back.
No, he plays there.
No, we need a left-footed left-back.
That Mitchell, a bit like Ashley Cole, isn't he?
I don't mind. I mean, he's got a bit to develop in his game, but he's a left-footed left-back who's athletic. We need a left-footed left-back. Like Shaw's the best left-back, but he can't stay fit, can he?
What about the kid Hall at Newcastle?
I was really underwhelmed by his performance. I watched him live at Everton the other day, and I think Dicey left the grass long at Goodison for the Newcastle game for fear of the pace Newcastle had in the front line with Barnes, Gordon, and obviously Murphy. And the ball was snaking about a bit on the surface because the amount of ball I turned over in the first half, like basic passes, even Trippier. But I just severely underwhelmed by that young kid Hall. He just didn't seem to be a decent athlete and be able to cover pace wise. But he just didn't seem to have like the right way to pass or
good ball, square,
chop. And again, hit it, and again.
Just that second touch.
Looks a bit tired.
That second touch, no.
He's hit the carbon graphites there as well. Jeffrey Slupp's got back and put a carbon graphite indentation in him.
Barton is it? That's a good ball.
He does the chop, but this second touch is too big here, look.
This one?
Yeah, just too big.
Yeah, he has.
Carbon graphite him, look. Round the fucking... Have 6 of them, lad.
That touch there.
There, look. Oh, no, it's not that bad.
No, it's not that bad. It was a toe, I think.
Yeah. The corner, though. Yeah, I think he's...
It's harsh.
I think he's a mega talent, this kid. I think he's a mega talent, mate.
Is he Scottish or is he a Geordie?
Oh, I don't want to finger this because who knows, but when he got called up for Scotland under 21s, I texted him, I said, don't be fucking playing for them. I said, I said, are you Scottish? He went, no. I said, hang on for England, wait for England. You're good enough to play for England. So I know the Scotsman out there might be happy with that, but he's a Geordie boy and he sees himself as an Englishman, even though he can play for Scotland. And I said to him, not unless you want to be off every other summer. If you want to fucking be a top player and get to the best you can get, you're good enough to play for England. Wait for England. He scored for England under 21s during the last international break. Listen, he's got a bit of work to do in his game. But when I look at some of the players in and around the England side, like, I think if he keeps getting minutes, and you need a bit of luck in your career, if he keeps getting minutes and playing for Forest, and Forest keep doing well as they are, I can't see how England ignore him.
To be honest, lad, watching this, he's a good match for Eze tonight. Like, obviously, Eze's just got that bit.
Eze's got 100 fucking games on him in the Premier. Yeah. You know what I mean? Eze, don't forget, was sub a lot under Roy Hodgson, and he'd be getting used as sub and dipped in.
And he had a few little niggles as well.
In the last 18 months, he's become a fucking big player, hasn't he? But that's Wilfried Zaha moving and getting enough ball time, and like it takes a bit of time. Like this is a tough fucking league of men. This is before all the fucking gays and women kick off at me again. It's a men's league where athletic masculinity pays. Look at this kid. He was meant to be Liverpool's next fucking Trent, weren't he?
Nico.
Nico, but you get 20 odd million for him, and then Conor Bradley comes on the backside of it.
And it's better than him.
Well, this is the thing. It's there's always another lion coming in the jungle that's bigger, stronger, faster, lad.
Oh, he's gone.
My goal's gone.
Must be his injury.
I
do like Nico Williams though. I think he's a decent player.
I think he's been as good a player as they've had on the park. I'm surprised he's took him off.
I know. I think he had that because that foot. He looked a little bit. He was ginger.
To be fair, lad, if you start 70 minutes, as I say, I think it's a bit late to make a sub.
Yeah, you can't get in a game 7 minutes.
He looks like he's trying to seal the game off here. Espirito Sante, by default, he was a goalie, weren't he? So by default, he is quite a negative coach. Like he's gone to a back five here.
Yeah, he has. Yeah. Well, it's it.
So he's trying to see the job out. He's going, you know what, we're going to try and take Palace have put Schlupp on. He's going to try and take Palace's pace on the counter away. Nico Williams come on in midfield here.
Left wing.
He's come on in as a 3-man in midfield or as a left wing back.
I don't know. He's definitely a right back.
I think he's brought him on as a fucking left wing back here.
Fucking hell, Woods there.
Lad, that's what nobody centre forwards doing that at his age. Setting the tone.
He's like a steam train no size of the cunt as well.
Did you play with Wood at Burnley?
No, he came just a bit after me. But he done well at Burnley. Done really well.
He's mad because you just forget he's from New Zealand, and when he opens his mouth, you're like, what?
Done well at Leicester. Done well at Burnley. Done well at Newcastle.
Leeds.
Leeds. He's been a good servant, him. And he's a bit of a throwback, isn't he? He's like a bit of a throw. He's not like the prettiest on the eye, but he's effective. Yeah, he has come on at left wing back here, Nico Williams, which I find surprising. I see this fella has got to start because he gets Nketiah in the game. He gets Ezra in the game. Mateta, you know, if you play in this shape, he's 3-4-3, isn't he?
He's a handful.
And it's not working.
He's a handful.
Because of his results profile last year. People have worked this Glasner out.
Yeah, he just takes, but what he'll do, he'll occupy maybe two of them. So it'll maybe free up space for, like, as you said, Nketiah not up front. Yeah,
but this Kamada's been lightweight and poor tonight.
Who's that?
This Kamada, he's played kind of 3-4-3, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Right, with Ezra either side of Nketiah with this Kamada, and you've had nothing out of them. For me, he's persisted with this for most of the season, though. Last few games he hasn't played without Mateta, and I think he gets the other two, Nketiah and
where would you see Nketiah though if Mateta's playing down the middle?
I'd play down the middle and play Mateta wide.
Well, he plays Ezra in the 3 off the right,
on the 3, off the...
Play it front 2 and just play Eze behind him in a free roll. Just have a big one and a little one and play one behind.
You'd shoot with a 2 and a 1.
Well, he plays 2 sitters anyway. Yeah. And then you got your 2 wing backs.
It's a good save, this, you know.
It is, because it's a good...
But look who's causing the problems, though. It's the big fella coming on, giving him a different option.
That's a foul.
He's playing Will Hughes he's playing 3-4-3 with Will Hughes on one of the sides. I'm like... If you're going to commit to playing wing backs, is it Munoz he plays at right wing back?
Don't know.
But I'm saying, like, don't play 3 and then play a midfielder, Will Hughes off one side.
Yeah, I just think there was loads of noise.
But it's not just me, it's not my opinion, it's the results profile.
Look at this, what's this?
Is this the fucking 5th or 6th defeat on a spin or something? It's a nice height. Good save, it's a nice height.
There was a load of noise about him last year, wasn't there?
They finished so strong to the season, yeah.
And then this season, he just farted a bit. They just haven't got going at all.
Was it maybe because he's
people work it out, lad. This is what I'm saying. He hasn't changed the shape. He hasn't changed. He's playing 3-4-3, which is what he played, and it's now not working.
But his side, he's a killer. He's tucking his hair behind his ear because he can't hear nothing. His little earpiece.
Frodo Baggins.
What his toes are like.
Wasn't Henderson the Forest keeper?
Is that this week, that Leicester Forest?
Friday.
This Friday.
So it's like a little mini
Champions
derby,
League as well.
Like
Champions League Wednesday.
A mini little derby, little East Midlands fucking derby or something like that.
That's Everton got to get 3 points.
Oh no, Forest 8 derby, don't they?
Forest 8 derby,
yeah. 5 o'clock as well.
That's a pint and a fight.
It's a good week of football, that lads. Champions League as well.
Newcastle lose to Brighton at the weekend.
Yeah, 1-0.
Is Eddie Howe? Is Eddie Howe under the gun?
Oh, yeah, I'm off to Spabs on Thursday.
No. Eddie Howe's not under the gun, lads. No. Like, considering Ashworth left, gone to Man U. I heard a big rumour, and it was 7-1. That Eddie Howe was the next Man U manager.
7-1.
It's mad that he come out
7-1 it was. I heard Ashworth's gone. I thought Southgate was a shoe-in, then they gone, no, not enough experience. And if you notice, there's a lot of turmoil in the North East behind the scenes. Stavely and that have left. Ashworth left. And a fella's come in from Germany. What's his name? Sporting director.
Don't know.
Paul Mitchell has come in from Leipzig or the Red Bull Group as the sporting director. Criticised all the transfers earlier on in the season, and by all accounts, him and Eddie Howe just not wearing each other at all.
Who was he?
Eddie Howe obviously must have been in the conversation for the England job, but has obviously declared no interest in it because they've gone Thomas Tuchel.
What?
Is he holding out for the Man United job? Is Eddie Howe fucking a big enough name for the Man U job? And it fits because Gary of Neville now's gone into the ambassadorial role. So obviously the sage of football, the glorious, the oracle.
Didn't you play with Paul Mitchell?
Paul Mitchell?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Was that Man City when you was there?
When I was there?
Yeah.
I don't know him.
He was at He played for Man City.
When I was there?
Yeah. Mitchell began playing at the youth ranks of a local club, Man City, before joining Football League Second Division Wigan Athletic in '99. So you was at City in '98, and he's born 2 years older than you.
Oh, he's been before my time. I don't know.
So you was at City at '98.
Yeah, he must have been a bit older than me,
So
but I'm only 14, so he's been 16 and then he's gone to Wigan, is he?
He's a year older than you, born '81.
I don't know him. I know that all that age group, Restay and all that. I know the age group above that, Dave Lakoff and Greg Strong.
He was at City and moved to...
Yeah, not Greg Strong, was his name?
He moved to Wigan in '99.
Yeah, he's gone before I've got there, or he's gone before I've got into around that age group. But we used to travel at 2 away games, but not at 14. It might have been a 15, 16. He might have left just as I've come in anyway. But him and Eddie Howe, because if you remember, there was a lot of criticism of the signings that were made.
What do you think of Klopp's role at Red Bull?
It's a bit of a mad one. It's just like, I seen Mainz's ban at the weekend. That was a bit... But them German teams, they're all a bit take it to heart, don't they, all that stuff?
Mainz's banner what?
About Klopp saying, you've sold your soul to the devil. There's something like...
banner?
Big banner about against Klopp. Dortmund done a similar thing. I think it's more because it's a German for them. It's probably like if Klopp joined like the City group for us, do you know what I mean? As head of football, we'd be fucking fuming. And that's what bought Dortmund for fuming because he joined Red Bull.
Not the fact that he's just a massive hypocrite.
A little bit for that, but I think it's more the fact he's joined the rivals.
Did no one get onto the fact he's another one who's had Botox and had his turkey teeth done?
Yeah.
Did no one get onto the fact that he turned into an absolute helmet at the end?
No.
You can't say anything about Jürgen of Klopp, lad. You can't. Do not speak about Jürgen of Klopp.
Not a chance.
When there's Reds in the room,
the gaffer's the gaffer.
He cannot be spoken about.
I don't think he had Botox.
100% he had Botox.
He didn't have to.
I think he'd had a bit of stuff going on.
He had teeth done.
I don't know whether he'd had Botox, but he definitely had a bit of work done.
But he had his teeth done by that.
Is it a bad thing? Like I do see it. I do judge it.
Well, we're saying football's masculine, aren't we? We're saying football's masculine for men. Should men get Botox?
Football shouldn't be like football. I called it homosexuality or some gay at the weekend, but it's like that masculine. What's it called?
Emasculation.
No. The word I'm looking for is metrosexual.
No, it's not that.
Right? It's like men who get facials, who go and get the nails done and that. Like, unfortunately, like you might get the odd one in your dressing room. Like you might get the odd gay fella in your dressing room. I've played with a load of gay lads who all know I'm coach. I've kept the secret that they were gay for fucking years. I'm not after outing them. I don't care what your sexuality is. But if you're fucking filing your nails at 5 to 3 in the dressing room, I'm going to have a word with you and say, come on, lad. Like, we've got a game to fucking play here. Like, stop the nonsense. But it just seems to have creeped in. Facials, Botox, turkey teeth, fucking earplugs. Why is De Bruyne fucked? Does anyone know? I'll tell you why. Because if you remember his last injury, he came back with a big mad fucking haircut. No one said to him, lad, you're ginger. Nothing you do with that matters. You're ginger. Secondly, he's gone away in the summer. He's come back and he's had the turkey teeth. And as a fucking footballer, when you get the turkey teeth, it realigns your spine by fractions of millimetres, which means your load into the lower part of your body is massively affected.
So what do you mean when your teeth file down?
when you get your teeth, your bite altered, right?
Yeah.
So when you're a footballer, and this is why you look at any footballers with all the mad teeth, right? Just watch their injury record, it's off the scale, because it realigns your spine and your pelvis and everything that's important to you, and just watch them come off a cliff for soft tissue injuries. Footballers, get your teeth done once you've hung the boots up. Go and get them done, do whatever you want, but once you've hung the boots up, otherwise your skeleton, your neuromuscular patterns and your soft tissues will be affected. De Bruyne is goosed. They might as well sell the cunt to Saudi Arabia. He's angling for it anyway. He will no longer be the force he once was.
Yeah. Don't put him in your fancy team then.
I've took him out. He's out injured anyway for a while. 3 months, isn't he?
What was going on with him in Courtois? Didn't Courtois nick his beard or something?
No.
Oh, yeah, he did, yeah.
No,
lad, and he's got some schneebel on him, and he Courtois.
Yeah. So do you reckon that's why he's had his bit of midlife there?
Yeah, that's what kills the Belgian team. Half of them hate each other. The Shermanators, absolutely.
That's what killed the
beard sack stuff.
That's what killed the golden era.
That's what killed them. The dressing room's absolutely split. By the way, there's a few big egos and they all hate each other, but they're split on a few different issues. One of them being De Bruyne's missus was getting got poleaxed and taxed by Courtois. Big T-bone.
Didn't she left him for someone
when he
else?
was at Chelsea though, weren't he?
Yeah, that's why one of the reasons why.
But again, that's the opinion, isn't it? You can't have women around football. That's the carnage it causes.
Can't have lionesses in the lion enclosure, unfortunately, because the lions are just fucking absolute
growlers.
So I wouldn't have any of them. I just think it's especially with HR and how woke and how fucking soft the world's gone now. Well, look at Jermaine Jennings there. He sent a few dick pics across, and he's got his. Isn't that harsh? When Hugh Edwards, who's been on the news, looking at kid porn, has been
and he got he got carry on.
Jermaine allegedly, it looks like he sent a few flirty messages and maybe a few dick pics, and been sayonara'd. He's obviously.
But he got sayonara before he even knew about it. He was on TalkSport, wasn't he, when it came out?
Well, they out you, don't they? It's like the FA this week. They've leaked Paqueta's stuff to the papers. They do it to set up. Like Paqueta's kicked off. I think he's trying to get a mistrial on the back of it. But the FA always end up fucking story gets out. Well, the only person who's got the source is the FA. So they can't help themselves.
Yeah. So they've
leaked Paqueta and all the details about Paqueta's bets, and he's going out. Am I meant to get a fair trial here? Someone's leaked this from the FA. No one else knows about it. But they go, but the FA, journalists can't reveal our sources. It's just like, are you for fucking real? It's fucking weird.
Yeah, I read that thing the other week, didn't I? I was bored when I was having a shit on the toilet. Man City's document, 175 pages.
Oh, God.
I read it front to back.
That's a big turd, that.
Fucking hell, lad.
Read every page of it.
What a sad bastard you are.
I know.
What did you get out of it? Why did someone just read the synopsis of it, or?
Yeah, because everyone had different synopses. I read the City statement, I read the FA statement, I read every statement.
I've heard there was a few teams grassing on them, weren't there?
There was the teams that the funniest thing for me was when I read the documents is Everton stood in support of Man City, and Man City threw Everton under the bus big time. Like I said, in what they won out the case is basically the owner loans and the interest free on them. That's what all they've won on it. And Everton's is the biggest one. They've got a free interest loan off their owner. So Everton stood by, no, they're fine. And then City go, why? What about the owner loans though? Everton have gone,
just skullduggery, innit?
Yeah.
It's like another form of warfare to try and stop the other team from spending.
It's more nonsense what it does.
If your owner has got £1 billion, why can't he spend? Why are we going? Yeah, they can spend it, but they can't.
Because it dilutes the product. Yeah,
but what about Jack Walker at Blackburn? Like that's how Blackburn won the league. Because Jack Walker spent the money.
Correct, yeah.
So how can these teams spend hundreds of £1 million over the last 20 years and then you go, oh, sorry, Newcastle, you've got £1 billion.
But Jack Walker stopped spending the money.
But if your owner's got £1 billion... So we live on a street with 20 houses in, right? And someone wants to spend £1 billion on their house. You go, fucking great, because that helps our fucking street.
Doesn't. That's the bad analogy. It doesn't.
What?
It doesn't. Not in football, it doesn't.
If someone brings the best players in the world to the Premier League, that helps the fucking whole street.
If you've got Team A...
Oof, who's this kid who's come on here for Palace?
If you've got Team A winning the league every single year for the next 10 years, winning a trophy, winning
like
everything...
Chelsea under Abramovich.
No, they didn't do it every year, though.
Pretty much.
They didn't.
Man City now under fucking...
Okay, Man City, if they go on to win the league...
Liverpool and Man United at certain times
I'm telling you now, if Man City win the league for the next 4 years and they were 8 in the bounce,
But the only way you can stop them is by letting other teams spend what the fucking hell they can.
The product will get diluted. It gets boring.
How can the product get diluted if you're bringing the best players in all the time in the world?
Because it's less competition. It's anti-competitive.
I'm missing something here. If Man United and Liverpool and Arsenal could spend X 300 million based on their revenue, right? But all the other teams in the league can't because they haven't got the same revenue. Then 5 of them teams are taken over by people who are capable of spending what Man United, Liverpool and Arsenal are taking, and then they spend it. How is that making the league less competitive?
I didn't say that. I said if you've got one team...
But that's not what we've got.
It is at the minute. Man City's the last 4 in the bounce, and they're hindered.
But that's under these fucking rules that you're saying that they've bent.
So if you say to Man City,
allegedly,
if you say to Man City, crack on, do what you want, they will do. That's what they're fighting to try and do. The Man City are trying to fight and to spend what they want.
But they pretty much are anyway.
They're not.
Well, why have they got 115 charges coming down the track?
Because that was from 2012.
Where they've been spending what the fuck they want.
So if you look at if you go on the net spend the last 5 years, Man City are like mid-table.
No, what you're forgetting here is, I'm saying, if a team is capable of spending, like Newcastle with the PIF could be capable of spending 600 million in the next 4 years, all right? Or next 2 windows, if they wanted to. How is that not against helping competition and helping the Premier League if they can't spend it? So they say, right, we're going to go out now and we're going to bring Bellingham back. We're going to sign Bellingham and we're going to give Real Madrid 250 for him. We're going to take Vinicius Jr., we're going to give them 250 for him, and we're going to bring Harry Kane back for 100 million, right? Newcastle.
Yeah.
Right? How is that not helping the Premier League?
That's not the point. That's not what I'm saying.
Bellingham and Harry Kane.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you've got if you've got a team who's winning it every year without it dilutes the product. It's the exact reason why the NFL.
The bigger clubs stay big.
It's why the NFL and why the NBA have
salary cap.
No. It's why they have the drafts.
No,
and it's why the less team pick the best player every year.
They have drafts because the salary cap.
No, but why does the team that finish bottom pick our first pick?
Because they have a fucking salary cap.
It's not.
It is. They can all spend within a certain amount of each other based on the salary cap, and they all have to spend X amount of their revenue on their infrastructure based on the salary cap.
But the reason why the worst team...
That's why the league's competitive. We haven't got a draft system. We have a transfer system.
That's why the bottom team gets picked the first draft, so it stays a lot more competitive. That's why it is.
No.
It's fact. Honestly, that's why it is.
It's because the salary cap and all the teams spend around about the same amount. They have to spend an X amount of their revenue on their infrastructure, all right? They get to spend X amount on the team, and then I think they have 2 or 3 people who sit outside the salary cap, but everybody else is pretty much on it. So New England Patriots are spending 80 million a season, and New York Jets might be spending 78.
And they've got to spend the same the next season. They've got to be
all right. So you're either under or in the salary cap. That is not the case when it comes to football, because Man United, Liverpool and Chelsea, and for the last 20 years, you've been spending 100 million or ratcheting up every window, spending more money than everybody. Now you're in the ascendancy where you've got your revenues and your global fan base. Now you're going, let's shut that window so no one can get as big as us and compete with us again.
We've only won 1 league in 30 years.
So the equivalent of it is, right, we've all got gastric bands on. But your gastric bands let more food through. Your gastric bands let more food through for you because you're bigger. So eventually you're just going to keep getting bigger than me, because my gastric band, because I'm only small, only lets so much nutrients and food through. So you're always going to be bigger than me based on your system. So it's a flawed system to help the big clubs stay big and protect value in buying assets like Man United, buying assets like Chelsea, because that's a way of, we can't have no promotion, no relegation, but it's a way of protecting your investments. But I think it's the wrong way. It's the wrong way to build your game. If Newcastle United's owners or Man City's owners, or let's just say, who've we got in the Premier League, Crystal Palace gets taken over next week by the Sultan of Brunei. Sultan of Brunei, and he says, you know what? I fucking want to make Sultan of Brunei competitive here. And he starts fucking chipping in the money. Why should we say, no, sorry lad, you can't sign Mbappe because you haven't got enough sponsors coming in. You haven't got enough fans coming in for the last couple of years. You haven't got enough sponsors coming in anymore at the minute.
Yeah, 3 on 1 here.
So you just can't sign Mbappe. Even though you got the money to do it and you've got the resource to do it, you can't sign him because for the last 3 years your fan base isn't big enough and you haven't got the right sponsors.
What you're forgetting everyone says, oh, it's this red cartel, this league. You need... It's not, because it's a democratic vote. You need 15 clubs to vote for it. You need 15 clubs to vote for any changes. So it's not just Liverpool and Man United voting. You got to have 15 clubs to vote for changes in the Premier League.
Yeah, I get that, yeah.
So it's got to be all the clubs voting it. It's a democratic vote for all the changes. Yeah. So also, you can't say it's Liverpool saying, you know, I want to keep that there. Well, it's all the clubs.
It is though. It is. And we only have to look back to the European breakaway.
Yeah.
Which you were trying to be a part of, right?
Yeah.
So the European breakaway showed you the hand. Now, the fact that we've ended up with a revamped Champions League this year with more nonsense potted in is to suffice the teams all across Europe who were thinking about breaking away from their leagues.
Yeah, that's why they've done it.
Shit. If we don't give... they basically bullied the leagues into... No, fucking set your leagues up how we want.
More games, more money.
So the big clubs stay big and the medium and small clubs have a fucking right... Like Newcastle finished 4th and then had to sell loads of players because they couldn't... Even though they were in the Champions League playing the Champions... They had to sell all the players for the FSP. It's just wrong. Even though they've fucking done unbelievable from getting relegated one season to finishing 4th, they should have been able to go out and go, right, we can afford Mbappe here, we can afford fucking whoever it is, Bellingham, and be able to spend that. No, having to sell players like Elliot Anderson, homegrown players to balance the books. It's wrong.
Thing else again and just do the TikTok questions. We'll just do both.
W for Joe.
Forest were good value for Forest were good value for that, and they've had a great start of the season. That's like how you'd expect to see the table, isn't it? By the way, honourable mention for Brighton. He's only 31, the fella there. Seen him hold a mad eyeliner at Chelsea.
Yeah.
They've had a few good results.
He hasn't gifted eyeliner.
Bottom 4, do you reckon that's going to pretty much stay the same?
I think Wolves are better than that. I thought they were good against City the other day, although they were mega defensive and in a deep block. And the VAR definitely isn't fucking helping them based on what we're seeing. I think Southampton are the worst team in the league. I think they're going to go. And then I think it's wide open.
Do you know what?
You can get dragged into that. What about West Ham? Don't look good under Lopetegui, do they?
The problem is with Lopetegui, they're going to have to persist with them because the grass isn't always greener. You get rid of David Moyes.
Yeah.
And you go for the fella who's done all right at Wolves in a relegation
but the thing is,
fight.
Someone done a great analogy the other day about talking about Pep Guardiola and people who are trying to be him too much. It's like this doing saying an MMA fighter.
Bang the kettle on there, lad.
Saying an MMA fighter who wins on the ground.
I'll have a coffee.
So this MMA fighter, he wins on the ground. His game is wrestling. That's what he's good at. But this other fighter has won every game on his feet fighting. So everyone tries to say in the feet, fight like him. But not your game's best on the ground. Southampton are doing it where they're trying to play out from the back every little intricate pass, and they haven't got the players to do that, and they're getting fucking battered, and it's not working.
Yeah, well,
and he's doing it.
He's a young manager, isn't he?
And he's got an ethos, he's got an idea, which is great, but you haven't got the.
He's got to get results.
Yeah, you can't go and win an F1 for Formula 1 driving a fucking Micra. Well, even though you're
it's not that. Like the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. So listen, at the end of the day, Russell Martin's done an incredible job getting him in the Prem. Some would argue his CV was a bit weird before anyway. Like he didn't really do anything at Swansea. He didn't really do anything. MK had a bit of a good run, but then he lost a couple of good players. Never built another side. I don't like some of the way he speaks about, like some of the stuff he speaks about. If I'm honest with you, I've coached against the Swansea side. The mistakes Southampton are making are similar mistakes to what his Swansea team could make, albeit we only played them in a pre-season friendly. Yeah. Premier League is adapt.
Different ball game.
Adapt quickly, or you're gone because you don't have the opportunity to get your hands as a newly promoted team on superior players. So you've got inferior players, and you're trying to play a style of football which requires you to have superior technicians.
Yeah, and he's not doing it. That's exactly what I'm saying.
I think Southampton is dead set for relegation. I think they're going to go.
What? Do you think if they change manager?
The problem is like that's what's got them promoted. So they've either got to ride it or
relegated.
Well, but this is the thing, isn't it? So you bring it. So you have to get rid of the coach that's got you promoted, who's got a philosophy which was all the rage when you're getting promoted. But now to stay up, you've got to bring in, let's say hypothetically, a Sam Allardyce, a gravy drinker, who goes right, fucking no, pushing the fucking ball, fucking kick it up here, kick it over throws, but he keeps you in the league.
Yeah.
Now, it's such a fucking jump from one style to the other that the likelihood is you'll blow the circuits because you've recruited to play a certain way.
That's exactly why, if you look at why Slot took over Klopp, it's because it's very little change in the team.
No,
the players.
Slot took over from fucking Klopp because Xabi Alonso didn't want the job. Don't kid yourselves that some masterstroke. No. If Xabi Alonso would have said, yeah, I'll take it, no one knows who Arne Slot is now. The same way no one knew who Arne Slot was before he took the job.
We wouldn't have had as good a start, maybe not.
You haven't, lads, I'm all for Liverpool are the dark horses in the title race because I think you've got the squad this year. Yous don't, right? I do. I think you've got the squad. You've got as good a squad as anyone's. Man City and Arsenal, but with current injuries to Odegaard and to
Alisson
and Rodri.
Elliott.
Fucking hell. Elliott doesn't play when he's fit anyway.
He's been playing. He had a good player.
Name your strongest starting 11. Who's missing? Alisson.
Alisson's missing. Diaz come back a bit.
Diaz will play. He's just been to South America. McAllister's the same.
Yeah, but
so who's missing? Jota he's gone with. He doesn't believe in Nunes over Jota, so he's gone with Jota.
Them three we start, and McAllister, Diaz and Alisson, we missed it the weekend.
So your three midfielders are going to be McAllister.
I'd have McAllister, I'd have Gravenberch, and I'd have Jones. I'd have Jones.
There's also an argument for Gakpo. Gakpo had a good Euros.
He is, but
Gakpo had a good Euros.
He just didn't have a great game.
Curtis Jones played well. But I'm saying, so your team, you're going Diaz, Jota, Salah.
Well, Jota will be out for a few weeks
Trent,
now.
Robertson, Konate, Virgil, Alisson.
Yeah.
So
Gravenberch, Jones,
right, your team's not far away. By the way, you've also got Gakpo, nice option. You've got RVL to come back, nice option. You've got Endo, I think's a fucking good little fill-in player, no problem. You've got Tsimikas, who's a fucking steady away left back. Joe Gomez.
Joe Gomez is a solid player.
You've got Chiesa to come into the mix there. Like, I'm not saying you got Nunes who's like fighting for his life. I thought he was brilliant yesterday. He came on.
He was, yeah, but he did a speedboat with no driver.
Lad, he was brilliant yesterday when he come on.
Did you all know Liverpool?
Is he? Yeah.
Get like transfer him into
I'm telling you, he was brilliant when he come on.
Did you see his ball? He played the ball.
But I've seen the ball he played outside. If you had a little gap right through on the left side.
An experiment with Nunes would be hilarious.
I don't
know.
I
Liverpool for me, when the season started, I thought Liverpool were dark horses, and the only unknowns were can people stay fit and what's this manager. I think the manager's been brilliant for us. I think he's brought a real calmness. Like I was struggling to go, how do you follow Klopp? But he's done it really well. He seems a fucking good addition.
It's not,
right?
It's not November yet. So.
Well, the problem I've got is like Chelsea are better this year, right? But they're the best team you've played as yet.
United are shite.
Man U crap.
Yeah.
Man U were a mid-table, like finish 8th, which is a mid-table Man U side. It's like this is arguably it is statistically the worst Man United side ever in Premier League history.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It is, yeah.
All right. So
worst start.
I'm not saying it's going to sum up the whole season, but it, how many games we had now? 10.
Yeah.
Like it's only 40 games, so you're nearly a quarter of the way through.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying it's that it's cut and dried. Man U are going to be shy for the full season, but it looks like they're going to have a tough season. It looks like they're going to get nowhere near the top 4, and might have to be a cup side again this year.
Yeah.
Arsenal's injuries and Arsenal's lack of know-how, I would have to say. I don't know whether Arsenal are going to have the bollocks, because I think they're soft, and when I see all the wokeness, they're the ultimate rainbow club, aren't they, Arsenal? And I think Arsenal have just turned gay. So I don't think Arsenal are going to win the league, right? City, I'm going, are they going to get the bellies full? Because it looks like Pep's leaving. Chichi's already said he's leaving. The main player now, Rodri, is out for the season. Second main player, De Bruyne, has fucking lost his marbles, had his teeth done. So, doesn't look, and he's angling for Saudi. It looks like that might be the end of that dynasty. It looks like Pep might check out.
That's the big one for me.
His big rival's gone in Klopp.
No one said that about Pep, but I think when Dingo left Sporting Director...
Well, it's the 115 charges. Don't forget, he just can't be arsed dealing with that as well.
I think when he left, that was a big wow. I mean, it's been in the cards for ages. It wasn't. No one knew about that.
No.
So that was a big massive. Let me get you some.
I can't see them. They're popping too quick.
Yeah, just let Clemo ask you the question.
Any questions?
Eddie Anderson, thoughts on Anderson, Joe?
Burnley, a few Burnley legends. Is Eddie Howe the man? I don't know. He's got to get results.
Yeah, be honest, Joey. Is the Scottish Premier League harder than players think?
No.
That was a quick answer. Yeah.
It's not. Like, the Old Firm's a tough game because obviously there's a bit more spending capacity in there. I mean, look, by the way, I also wasn't there long enough to like give us madly strong opinion on it. I only played 7 games in Scotland. I think 2 or 3 of them were in the cup. So, I watched the standard of Scottish footy. Look, there's games on AstroTurf, so.
Yeah, that's the big one.
I know people say that about other leagues. I think there's a couple in France like that, or there was. Don't think there is anymore. They've all gone to grass like Lorient now. But I do think there is games in other leagues.
Yeah, you can't be serious. It's a completely different game. It's like women. It's you say women's football is different. AstroTurf football is different. The bounce is different.
Well, I seen Rangers kill Mark the other day, and it's like fuck me.
It's just like it's a big chain again. Thoughts on Palmer? We know that one.
Cole Palmer. He's my favourite player at the minute.
Favourite English player? Yeah,
no, he's actually. I just like it. I just like the fact he just doesn't give. He just doesn't.
Did you see him last week when
he's like an old footballer
when he was all kicking off and he just sat on the floor? I thought, fuck that.
Yeah, I thought that was a bit weird. That, but like,
no, he's got a bit of tears of money. Definitely a sort of Cole Palmer.
But he's a definite loss for City. I think he's one of Pep's made a big mistake there, letting him.
Yeah. A question from Matthew here: how did you find living in France?
Loved it. Absolutely.
Nice down there,
yeah, loved it. Living in the south of France and that, really enjoyed it. Loads. Actually,
yeah, thoughts on what's this one? Trent, Virg, Salah. Who stays? Who goes?
I think you lose Trent.
Yeah, I think
you lose Salah. I don't think it's a. It's gonna sound fucking bad saying this. Gonna know if you're.
Virg stays. Salah goes. Trent goes for me.
I think Salah goes to Saudi.
I've heard Trent.
I think Trent goes to Real Madrid, and I think Virgil stays. Yeah.
I've heard a whisper.
Well, you've already got a ready-made replacements in Conor Bradley. I'm not saying.
No, he's not ready-made for Trent.
He is as a fullback, lad.
He's a better defender, but I mean, you say that, but
he's not a better defender than Trent. Trent was fucking excellent Saturday.
No, he's more consistent defensively.
I thought Trent was exceptional against Rafael Leao in the San Siro as well. He's really worked on his game.
Leao in the San Siro, pocketed.
But I do think Trent had his eyes turned. His relationship with Bellingham and how touchy-feely they are on England duty and all that.
The whisper I've heard is that they got in touch in summer.
So do you want me to tell you what I've heard? I'll have to say allegedly. I've heard he's been offered 350 big ones off Real, and he's gone to Liverpool and said, match this or I'm off.
I've heard he's been offered 500 big ones at Real.
Well, I don't know whether that's netto or gross or whatever, but I've heard it's at 350 big uns, and he's took the offer to Liverpool. It sounds weird. It is a mad fucking person who told me it, so I'll have to quantify it, and I don't know how the fuck he knows, but rumours are he's had the offer off Real, right, and he's gone to Liverpool and said, look, I want to stay, but you need to match this. If you don't, I'm going.
No,
now, knowing FSG, they'll be going, don't really want to pay you that for a right back, even though you're a good right back who makes goals. We've got Conor Bradley here on a tenth of what you're on, and we maybe are going to have to replace salary here, so can we use some of that right back money to bring in a Galactico to replace Salah?
Salah's on £5 million a week at Liverpool.
He is, but if Erling Haaland's on 900 grand a week, I'm not saying you'll have to pay that, but if Liverpool are going to bring in a Galactico to bring in someone who's as good as Salah, who gets you 25 to 30 goals a season on the front line,
Salah,
you're going to need to you don't want to spend 350 grand on a right back, with the greatest respect to Trent.
I know he's
a right back.
Salah is the best worst player in the world. You agree?
Salah is a... No, I see what you're saying.
He's the best
Salah.
worst player in the world.
yesterday, it's a great strike.
It's easy savable.
It's a lovely... I can't say this because I'm in the Cabbage Patch country here.
If the keeper guesses...
for Pickford's pen the other day. Yeah, but if the keeper... He would have missed that or something if the keeper went the other way. I'm like, what are you about? The keeper went the complete wrong way.
But it was... What you're saying, when I say it was the right height for the save.
But any pen's a good pen if it
goes in. Yeah, so, it is.
But it doesn't fill you with confidence, does it?
No. And he's also his decision making. I watch him live every week. His decision making's very poor on the ball, so poor.
But he's strong. He's very.
He's so strong for the size of him. He's so strong.
But also, he's had the hair transplant, which means you start to take the testosterone suppressants, which means as you get north of 30 and your testosterone dips anyway. If you're taking that to keep hold of your Barney, I don't think Rooney was ever the same once he got on them. Once he had them hair plugs. Once you take them hair transplants, they say, take them tablets to suppress your testosterone, because that's the reason you're losing your hair. You've got loads of testosterone. And unfortunately, to play footy and get really aggressive and fire your adrenaline cylinders, you need testosterone.
Yeah.
Right? Salah's on it now. So if you're really smart in Liverpool, you've never ran around playing footy. Salah's had his Barnet done in the summer.
Yeah, you might be on tablets, don't know. Yeah,
so,
I know what you mean.
You've got to be if you have your Barnet done. Otherwise, there's no point getting your Barnet done.
What?
But you have to take tablets to keep the Barney.
Didn't take one tablet.
Well, that's why I can still see through yours.
That's 10 years old.
The tablets. You've
10
missed the
years,
tablets.
that's 10
Why Mo
years old.
Salah's is fucking like that.
That's 10 years old.
But if you want to get it done properly, you need the Gary Ablets to go with it. From what I hear, as you say, I can make rope out of mine, so I wouldn't know. But Salah's getting old. So he's a speed merchant. Not solely speed merchant, but speed.
He's not, you know. That's another myth about Salah.
In terms of like his strength and his speed. I'm not saying he's the fastest man in the world, but I'm saying his strength and his speed is what makes Salah.
Yeah.
If Salah couldn't run, he wouldn't be as good a player as what he is.
No, his strength on the ball is great.
Yeah.
So he can run at pace with the ball. Yeah. He's very, very
close
good.
Control.
But his decision making and his passing is horrific.
And he's not the cleanest striker of the ball.
But he scores it and gets assists every week. But his numbers speak for himself.
And what you've got to remember here is the Saudis are sniffing around him. He must be the king of the African players now, Mo.
Oh, yeah, he is, yeah.
So they've already got Mane. So Salah is obviously the Egyptian king, isn't he? So
he is.
They would want him to play in their league. If they've got Ronaldo and they've got Mane and they can get their hands on Mo Salah, the Saudis are gonna go and do everything they can to get him.
How many followers? We've got six.
There's a little bit of debate in the YouTube chat room with will Everton ever become a bigger club than Liverpool? I think that's obviously a clear answer, isn't it?
It's hard, isn't it? Especially the way the
it's fucking definitely not. It's the most simplest answer in the world.
Well, if a gazillionaire, we've had it, but if Abramovich took over or the Abu Dhabi took over, being a big club now, Jack Walker showed you this at Blackburn. You can go from being a fucking small provincial club to a big club with ridiculous investments.
Everton could fall in a battle of tits. So Everton
have been bigger than Man City for a long period, and then the Abu Dhabi mob take over Man City, and now Man City have won a European Cup, and Man City are like considered bigger than Everton, right? But Everton are a big club. Now you need investment, and you need to win trophies to be considered, and keep winning them to be considered a big club, or you'll have historical success over like a 40, 50, 60 year period, like some teams, and you can maintain it that way. But ultimately, if you stop winning your major tournaments in your country and you stop getting in Europe, you no longer become a big club. You've got to keep.
It does drop off, and of course, it does drop off your stature of your club. But I mean, I wouldn't say you become a small club. I don't think Forest are a small club. You know, they won't fuck all for so long.
Once you're that big, you can only go to a certain size. But what I'm saying to you is, especially with FSP now, and the way that it's going to be impossible because of revenues and growth. Like, because Man City have obviously tried to inflate theirs. You know, Newcastle sponsored by Sealer and all Saudi companies. It's the only way they can grow the revenues quickly to compete in the midst of. You got to compete to win trophies. Once you win trophies, then all the big sponsors want to sponsor you because you're playing in the Champions League. So it's almost like a fixed game that you can't get into. It is the red cartel, and I know you don't like it, but it is.
And someone said you look more like Dame Edna every day with.
Yeah, I'll have to start getting the thingy old glasses.
Just on Everton, of picking back up, a couple of good results. Iliman and Dyes being the key part of it.
Brilliant player.
Yeah, you're having him.
What a player.
He was excellent in the Newcastle game, like a real. I mean, Bramfoy coming back for Everton's going to be key as well, because I do think he brings a bit of like class to the back line. I think in terms of the front line, I think there was a huge emphasis on Calvert-Lewin and what's he doing. But this Ndiaye, I liked him when he was. Did he play for Senegal in the World Cup?
Yeah.
And he caught my eye there, and it was obviously, I think, at Sheffield United at the time. Then he went to Marseille, and I thought that's a really good take for Marseille. It hasn't quite worked out for him there. But when I seen Everton bring him back, I was like, do you know what? Everton could do with a bit of that. And look, we've only played Newcastle at home, but he fucking taught Trippier a new one. He gave him a constant thorn in his side and was a real bright spark. A Goodison for Everton, probably Everton's best player. And then it looks like at Ipswich the other day. I haven't seen the game live, but it looks like at Ipswich again the other day. He's been a real bright spark. And I think for Everton, I think he's going to be a massive player this season. I think the fans have taken to him. And who knows, you know, at Goodison, if the fans get behind you like that and they believe in you, you know, he's a young player. What is he, 25, 26?
Yeah. I don't think he's any older than 25.
Who could really grow for the Toffees getting behind him.
24. The thing with Everton is you know, if he carries on, he's going, isn't he?
Oh, shut up. What are you on about? Like who, Bramthwaite? He's kept saying that about Bramthwaite if he's going to Man U. Still here, isn't he?
He's been injured all season.
I'm saying he's still here, isn't he?
It's one of them injuries, isn't it?
Imagine we were able to keep our talent. Like by the way, Wayne Rooney, Everton have produced the best player that England have produced, which is Wayne Rooney. Been no better player.
Liverpool
Gerrard's not
come
as
close.
good as Wayne Rooney. Stop blagging yourselves.
There was a stat in the comments before.
Gerrard is not as good as Wayne Rooney. Wayne Rooney is the best English player that has ever been produced.
I'm going to argue with that. It's a debate. It's a debate, though. I wouldn't argue against it.
You'd say Gerrard's better than Rooney.
I wouldn't. It's an argument.
In terms of what?
Better player. If you could pick one player, you'd have Steven Gerrard over Wayne Rooney.
I don't know.
You got to take your rose-tinted Liverpool glasses off. He didn't fucking hardly play for Everton. He was at Everton like 2 seasons, and then 2 seasons when he finished. I'm not. I'm saying it because he was better. Well, again, I'm just saying. How many times did you play against them live? Played against both of them live. I've played against both of them, and Wayne Rooney's better.
No, remember when we went to watch?
I played against both of them. I'm telling you, Wayne Rooney's best player.
Remember when we went to watch?
Both incredible players.
We
but
went
Wayne
to watch
Rooney
when
the
we were
best.
kids. We went to watch Everton under-18s.
Go and watch Rooney's game against France in the Euros at the Stadium of Light against fucking Makelele, Zidane and all that. He's 19, 18. Just go and watch it.
I've seen it. Remember it.
No one's played that well. Nobody. And he says at the time, watch his documentary. He was just taking the piss out of everyone. Thuram just ran round him.
Yeah.
And he was 18. I've never seen a player from England. I was in the stadium live that night. I've never seen a player from England on a global scale. Because don't forget, that's the apex. You're playing against France and fucking... And then what he done at Man United, like, fucking Champions League debut, scores hat-trick against fucking... Do you know what I mean? Like... And bear in mind, when you think of his like what he will have been up to off the park, he's a fucking loon, isn't he? And you go, wow, what a player that kid was. I don't think we've ever seen a player as good as him.
Gaza was
post kind of like that 2000
millennium.
So, this millennium, like Gaza's a little bit like that. And
Gaza was the 90s, though.
I still think Rooney's better than Gaza.
I'd read better than Gaza, but Gaza... I mean, the similarities are there. But in terms of how the playing style and how they were and coming through and how good they were, but Rooney's better than Gaza.
Another one who's gone under the radar, Jack Wilshere.
Oh, what a player.
Jack Wilshere ran a game against Barcelona when he was about 17.
What a player he could have been if he just...
Like this, what people forget, these players. Like.
Did you hear the story? It was so sad when he was talking about the story. But he went to doctor, some doctor in Spain, like, over his ankle. He'd had some ankles, like, compound 4 times fracture. Like, how are you still playing footy?
Was it his knee or his ankle?
They're saying here, I've seen this, Lampard's better than Rooney. Gerrard, sorry.
Oh.
Rooney was unbelievable, as Sir Alex Ferguson, yeah. I think, by the way, Gerrard was unbelievable, but I just don't think we've produced anything like that in this country. When I look through and I go, who's the best English player ever produced? And this argument only comes on, we can't go back and compare Bobby Moore and all that. You can't because the game's changed. And you'd have to accept that. The game now, the players now are bigger, stronger, faster, so by default better. Because if they were running Olympic times, the times would be off the scale.
Like suppose like the weekend around 14k.
Nuts.
Outrageous.
Nuts. Yeah, it's nuts. So I'm saying to you, like when I look at it, I go,
there we go. There's the people shouting Paul Scholes again. Paul Scholes was outrageous.
Paul Scholes was an incredible player.
But he couldn't do past. But he couldn't do past 65. Paul Scholes, he couldn't run past 65.
Do you know what, lads? And again, Rooney at 16 is bending in a top bin against David Seaman. The only one you could compare at a young age is Michael Owen, scoring in the World Cup of 17. Michael Owen doesn't get anywhere near the credit he deserves, Michael Owen, as a player.
Joe Cole was one at that age who was... See, that tweet the other day was great.
I fucking hate the Joe Cole one, because Joe Cole was meant to be Rooney. Joe Cole's a couple of years older than me, meant to be Rooney. Everywhere we went, you want to see this Joe Cole play. Now, Joe was a good player, had a good career. But you don't be disrespectful to Wayne Rooney and talk about Joe Cole in the same fucking category.
I'm not saying
his hype was as big as anyone's.
I'm talking Joe Cole when he was like 14, 15 coming through.
Joe was a good player, but like he's not even in the conversation. Comparing Joe to Rooney is not possible. 16, 15 when they're coming through and the hype around Joe and all that.
That's what I'm saying.
But Wayne Rooney was scoring against David Seaman at Arsenal, who had arguably as good a side as anybody at the time, for Everton, top bins at 16, running through and just fucking terrorising people. He was terrorising France with Zidane and Makelele and Thuram and fucking all the other household names at 18.
That was a great story. Did you hear what Kevin Campbell said about Rooney? Kevin Campbell's come back from injury playing for the 21s in pre-season or something, and Wayne Rooney was 14. And the manager, I forgot who the manager was at the time, Kevin Campbell said, he expected this little kid to come through, this little fella, he was 14 or something, and he said, okay, no, the manager was like, no, just make sure you play off Rooney. He was like, what do you mean play? He's just trust me. So he said, first ball come in, Rooney bang, tapped it with his chest, pinned the defender, lost it through to Kevin Campbell, and Kevin Campbell scored. Like, he just pinned a fully at 14, pinned a fully grown man.
He was a bull.
He said,
you'll never get to the bottom of Rooney, and classic English thing of, like, you think, fucking hell, if he was Portuguese or Italian or French, would he have... But then there is some mercurial French players who don't reach the potential. I think of Hatton Ben Arfa for one. You know, there has been some mercurial French players. But I always worry about, like, as I said to you there, I don't know, when he started messing around with his Barney, and fucking did he take, because from what I gathered from the lads who I know who've had them ear transplants, obviously not you with the fucking snide one, but the ones who've had the proper ones, the ones who've had the real ones, when you get the fertiliser,
you can't get tablets
when you get
for
the plugs put in,
know.
they give you the tablets because you need to suppress your testosterone to make the hair knit or something.
Yeah, I've heard. Mine was fine.
At what age did Rooney start getting them hair transplants?
At
what
16.
age did they give him that? Like, and has that had an effect on his fucking... on his...
I don't know. I think his lifestyle
energy.
as well. He limits himself.
Maybe.
Great story. I'll tell it. I can tell it now.
Look at his career. He kind of had that bad of a lifestyle. Well, I know the stories about him, but...
No, this is a funny one. Me auntie went on holiday with him about 6 months ago. So my auntie and uncle are quite close to wearing clean. So they go to Dubai in this little, where they are, this little village stay. Said Rooney's there by the pool, and my uncle takes the kids to kick it off. Oh, take them down, play five-a-side, a little five-a-side pitch in the hotel. So they go down the steps by the beach, and Colleen's going to, I'd say, saying, oh, listen, the kids are going to kick off and fight, and Rob can't stop them. If they kick off, you can't stop them. So we just go down and watch. He said, yeah, we'll go down at the edge of the five-a-side pitch and watch them. So he said, so Rob said, I'm down there picking with these kids from Leeds. And he walks on, there's these 4 kids from Leeds, and two lads. And Rob's got the old Wayne's kids there. So he's picking, it was 9 aside, a 9 game, so they're missing 1 player. So they're having a little kick about and Rob said he spots out the corner of his eye. Wayne's got his cap on, his sunglasses on, shirt on, open, pint in his hand, flip-flops on, he walks down. The fella just doesn't recognise him. The fella goes, do you want to come and play, mate? Because we're like missing. When we're missing 1, we've only got 10. So Rob goes, yeah, he'll play. It's the dad. Yeah, come on play. Yeah, you go on their team. So I said, Wayne walks on with a pint in his hand still. He said, and the ball got his flip-flops, and the ball gets up in the air, like 10 foot up, like boots it up in the air, this kid. So Wayne's watching it, and with his pint in his hand, catches it as sweet as anything, and rockets it right in the top bin, like with his flip-flops on. And these kids at the dad go, what the fuck?
Didn't have his toffee apple again, did he?
What the fuck's that? he goes, what the fuck's that? And then Wayne just takes his cap and glass off like fucking Superman. And they go, that's Wayne.
It's like, you see the pictures of Maradona? I was having a thing the other day.
Yeah, that's a player you can compare. I'd say, me personally.
But he's not fucking English.
British.
No, I'm talking about in terms of ability-wise, pure, raw ability is Maradona for me.
Oh, these have all lost their minds on Tuchel getting it, haven't they, all the Brexiteers? Who'd have known that the fucking virtue signal left are all fucking, why have we got a fucking German manager in England? And all that. I'm like, because he's the best available, and our candidates are shit at the minute.
Yeah, they've just had the stat on there with the top 10 managers to win ratios, minimum 200 games in the top European leagues, and he's 3rd.
Tuchel,
yeah.
What are your thoughts? What are your actual thoughts on Tuchel?
I believe in meritocracy, so I would prefer the English manager to be an Englishman. I would prefer it because that says the coaching infrastructure is working correctly, and if all the team are English and you've got an Englishman, surely it means more to the English to win for England. But if it's Graham Potter or some of the other fucking candidates, Lampard or fucking a Republic of Ireland international in Lee Carsley or Southgate or one of the fucking vanilla crew from the FA, I'd rather it be Thomas Tuchel and take a chance and fucking, we want to win.
Yeah, it is.
We've got to.
What's that Carragher's England team? Picked England team there. He's got interesting. He's got Brandthwaite in it.
Why is anyone listening to a man who's never managed the game and only played for Liverpool?
I like Carragher. I think he's one of the best.
Where's Phil Foden? Where's Phil Foden in that team?
Phil Foden's better than Andy Gordon.
Eye that up a bit now.
Of course, where's Phil Foden in the team? Colwell's not left back either. Like, fuck off. Fuck off. No left-footed left-back. Fuck off.
Cole's
Fuck off.
left-footed.
He's a centre-half. You want a left-footed left-back because it gets you out down the left-hand side of the pitch. Branthwaite, left-footed centre-half, which is the right option. You want a left-footed option. Now you need a left-footed left-back.
I wouldn't go with
Colwell's
Stones.
a centre-half. So what are they going to do here? Because if you play that way and you go, right, well, Trent's going to be your whiff on that side and Saka's going to come in, right? That means that Branthwaite now is middle centre-back, all right? Stones is right centre-back in a free. That means Anthony Gordon's at left wing-back.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Right, what have you got here?
This is the big conundrum. This is the big conundrum.
Yeah.
I think Thomas Tuchel will go to a back three. I think he'll play a back three. Think England could work in a back three.
Any more questions for the last 3 minutes?
You've got 3. What you
3 minutes, yeah.
Because we were talking about.
Beckham, I seen Beckham and Rio talking about a 5-a-side team the other day, and they didn't mention a keeper, and it just infuriated me because I'm like, how can you play 5-a-side without a goalie?
Yeah, you're getting fucked.
Everyone's going rush goalies. I'm like,
no. Yeah.
Rio just wants to hear Beckham say loads of big like Maldini. Oh, David Maldini. Fuck off, you fucking knobheads. Surely everyone's bored of the likely lads and all their opinion, which is pretty much not stopped.
I'm
it's
bored
gone
of
from Premier League last season to the Euros, and then they just keep going. And the Champions League.
I used to like the overlap.
Do you know everything?
I'm now really bored of it being like United loving.
What's that?
The overlap, I used to like watching that. It was good. But I'm now bored of it
not
being.
just doing. This is what I'm laughing at.
It's too United
Overlap.
loving.
All right, which is whatever, and there is some good little snippets from it.
Yeah.
But now they're doing this mad one in it's not soccer or something with some other fucking nuggets over there. They are literally everywhere.
But they're getting paid. They must be getting paid some dollar for that.
You can tell Cara's never managed there. Look at that.
No. Lad, why has everyone got grey on M&F? Did they not get the memo?
Carragher's got grey kicks, grey shoes, grey. He looks like
50 shades of grey.
This looks like it's in black and white.
50 shades of grey. All of them, look.
Go on, yeah.
Right, what have they got here? Any more? Give them a couple of questions for the road. What have you got here?
What was St James's Park like at the fort? It's gone.
4-4 with
I've seen it, nuts. No, absolutely insane. Best atmosphere ever, but obviously it was an incredible game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
2 minutes later, we'd have won that 5-4. Leon Best actually had an half-decent chance. Well, half a chance.
Where will Villa finish this season?
Do you know what? I can't see a better team than them in terms of for the 4th slot. The only problem is how deep they get into the Champions League. You know what I mean? If that...
Chelsea?
Villa?
Yeah, Chelsea. I think Chelsea will be...
I thought you said Villa. What you said?
Yeah,
Villa?
4th slot.
You think it'd be Chelsea?
You think Villa better than Chelsea?
I think Chelsea have got an opportunity to rotate the squad in that Europa League, Conference League, or whatever they're in.
Yeah.
I think Villa staying battle-hardened in the Champions League and that experience. Don't forget the confidence of beating Bayern Munich, where you go, we can beat Bayern Munich here.
Can Villa win the Champions League?
Of course they can, they're in it. Everyone who's
in it, yeah. And with the qualifying system.
Unai Emery.
With the qualifying system.
No totally good in Europe.
Unai Emery is a great cup manager.
He won back against
He's a great cup manager.
If it was Europa League, I'd be saying fucking get your dough on Villa, because at Sevilla they had a fucking an absolute monopoly on it, didn't they? Yeah. I just think in the Champions League you've got to go and beat Real Madrid. Do you mean you've got to go in Madrid? You've got to go and get a result in a, like a couple
one
of
question here before we go then. Best player ever played against?
I've said to you, Modric, directly against Luka Modric. I've not seen anyone at the time I played against him was just before he was going out to Madrid. Or a season later, and he was incredible. But you know, Vieira. I played against Vieira and Keane.
They're a bit different
when they were coming
Modric,
towards the end. Scholes a little bit less so, you know, but they weren't. It's different when you play against someone at 22 to 28, as it is when you play for someone 28 to 33.
Yeah.
Like and when you're in that younger group, you've kind of got nothing to lose, because it's like, I'm not expected to do well against these, so you can hunt them down a little bit.
Stephen must have been only a couple of years, must have been...
Stevie's 3 years older than me, school years. I think he's only 2 years, because I'm old for my age, and he's a bit younger for his age. But 2 years is, you know, obviously you're looking up the pipes at them going... But again, you're competing on a relatively level footing in terms of, obviously, he's a better player than you, but physically you're in the same wheelhouse. Yeah. You know, ability, fitness takes you so far. you can be fitter than some of the top players, but you can't have more ability.
He was
than them.
underestimated how fit Steve Gerrard was.
People forget how big and long he was.
How quick he was.
Quick, yeah.
Fucking light.
I got told he was quicker in the sprint test at Liverpool than Michael Owen.
Oh, that's nuts.
He used to beat Michael Owen in the sprint, yeah. I've not asked either of them that, but Michael wouldn't accept that, I don't think. But by all accounts, it was like if they done it was like close, which is for a midfielder is
special,
fucking shit off a shovel.
Right.
So we'll be back Mondays. Hope you enjoyed that. Thanks to everybody who tuned in earlier on the TikTok and the questions. It's hard for me here. We'll have to get a bit of a better handle on the questions coming through.
We'll have to get a proper angle on.
It's just moving loads. So
we'll have to get
seeing
a proper
loads.
Angle on
yeah,
that.
we'll have to get a proper angle. But listen, hope you enjoyed it.
Live,
Live, yeah. Hope you enjoyed it, and as I say,